Isabel's a dog, right?
Isabel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's one with Lucario. We get the.
I thought you were calling his character a dog. It was
no. Isabel's an actual.
Yeah, an actual dog.
Puppy, like an actual dog. Yeah.
Okay. You got to be careful, you know.
Yeah. Seriously.
We're live.
We are live. We're live. We're here on the grind. We got Quinn. We got Kyle. Oh, first. There's an error right there.
Kyle and error.
Oh, let's go, Kyle. Come on.
Here to play some Smash Brothers against Quinn.
I saw Kyle over there doing, practicing, like, what's it called, labbing.
Labbing?
Yeah. So
playing the game?
I want to see him cooking. So far, he's cooking Quinn.
I'd just like to see Lucario. I know, I see it.
Yeah. I'm not going until this game's over.
He's trying to hold on. He needs to commentate the rest of this match. And why not? Because we got big
the F smash.
F smash. Yeah, it was pretty nice. I like seeing Lucario. This is probably the rarest character, at least on this stream.
Oh, yeah.
In my opinion. I don't know if I've ever seen a Lucario on this stream.
I don't either, but Quinn cooks. Quinn's got these, like, B-reverse, ouch. Oh,
it's the big draw for the character, the comeback mechanic, the B-reverse aura sphere.
It's looking a little rough. Yeah, looking a little rough for Kyle.
It's tough to lab Lucario, or lab against him.
There we go, finally on the board. Oh, these ladders. Oh, I thought he was going to do something with it.
Don't know what I'm looking at most of the time with this guy, but seems like he's doing well. That's my guess. Yep.
Quinn's kind of just putting on damage, and at this point, like with the stock lead, that's all you. Oh, the counter.
Does have go.
What is he gonna do with the go? Is this the first time go is on deck?
It's the first time I've seen him use it.
Yeah, honestly.
And he's 2 for 2. 3 for 3.
Yo, it sounds like he says Russell Crowe, and I think it's so hilarious. And then when he does his up B, he says lightning tattoo, like Harry Potter's Harry Potter's scar. I swear. He says, see? Did it not sound like lightning tattoo?
Well, it will now.
Russell Crowe. See? Am I crazy?
5 for 5, by the way. Yeah. He's about to make a 3-stock comeback because Quinn keeps holding W into him.
I think Quinn's trying to, Ooh,
6
Quinn,
for 6.
Yeah.
142. That'll do
Okay,
it.
all right.
Okay.
All right, I'm not going to hold up Leading Luminary. I'm going to go play my game, and I'll be right back.
You got this.
With this spicy comms. Good luck, Quinn.
Just Raph off to play the video game, but I'll still be here, don't you worry. All right. Just me now. Hope you guys are okay with that, but I think I can manage on my own, especially with such an interesting match as this one. Quinn avoids the reverse 3-stock after waking up and realizing he did not have to be the one engaging consistently. Both players looking very nice today, though. And what a nice day it is. High of 80, mid 70s today. Really nice outside. Just hoping to see more people here, as I mentioned. Just a few flooded in today for this Friday evening tournament. Most of the eyes planted firmly on tomorrow. Kyle and Air are off to a great start to this game. Playing with far more confidence than previous. Already in a lead. This is not a bad place for Quinn, though, and that's why. Oh my goodness, dead at 80. Dead at 130. Even game. Both characters notoriously powerful comeback mechanics. One, I'd argue, more brutal than the other. I'll let you guess which one I'm talking about. Tried to catch him there dodging, gets punished for it. Has not utilized the Aura Sphere to terribly great effect so far. Has done well air to airing. Has been a big swinger, which anybody who knows me knows I love to see. Another big swing, almost getting punished for it. Terry with such a good roll and spot dodge, it's very dangerous to be swinging at him. As tempting as it is to get a big read on an admittedly subpar disadvantage. Crazy up B. Doesn't get punished for it. Able to check him with a forward smash. Ends up getting caught in that awkward down tilt situation where you can panic air dodge and Terry can read with an F smash. Crazy interaction there. Forward throw will do it. A lot of panicky scramble moments from both players. This is good damage from Quinn. Oh. Oh, big punish. Great edge guard. Quinn will take it 2-0 with Lucario. Fantastic to see. Thank you for being here, everybody, as always. Very nice day, as I mentioned. Should be getting some pretty fun matches coming up. Some pretty crazy dudes here. Just looking at the plateau of Xanadu out there from my perch. A lot of crazy players. I can see just from my distance. I can see Playground. I can see Just Raph. I can see Gummy. I can see some real crazy players. You know, the kind of players that warm my heart. The kind of players I want to see. You never know what we're gonna get today before all the good players come tomorrow. So thank you for being here. Coming up next, when the thing refreshes, Aposl, APOSL of the VGBC brand. Aposl up to bat, going up against a player that's actually near to my heart, Mang. Long-time player here, Mang. Fantastic Roy. A real grinder. A player I have seen grow as a player right before my eyes in the past years. Gotten a lot faster, gotten a lot smoother. He is a threat. I think it is, well, I'm going to call it now. It's only a matter of time before he gets a breakout tournament. And I propose the question, why not now? Up against Aposl. You know about this man. You know what he represents. Should be a pretty even match in my estimation. I could see either one coming out on top here. already off to a huge chase of advantage by Mang de la Mang. A great platform reset and everything. Now it's Aposl's turn after a greedy ledge situation. Hey, everybody in chat, do me a favor and just settle down. Just a little bit. It's a nice day out, you know. There's no need to be all up in arms. Just everybody, let's all relax, you know. We got a great set of games going on, and this is one of them. Big back air gives Mang de la Mang an also important stock lead, and he can carry momentum. Aposl needs to get this stock off. Oh, big swing. Not a huge punish, though, from Mang. Aposl was really trying to catch Mang going high, and he committed a lot to it. Mang will punish. Big miss tech. Aposl in a bad situation. Good switch to Charizard. Needs a grab. Needs it bad. Oh boy, what a catch. Oh. Great spot dodge. Aposl just struggling to find himself. Finally gets the grab he's so wanted. Needs to bring it back here. The most dangerous situation you can be in, goodness. When you are backed to a corner against a proficient Roy, you are bound to get blown up. Mang does not miss that often. It's a big key to this matchup, not backing yourself into a corner, fighting the Roy on your own terms. Also going deep for an edge guard. Mang screws up. I don't know if that was a buffered air dodge. Maybe he was expecting to get sent into tech. Hard to know. Big swing. Closes it out. Mang de la Mang. Up one game. And I'm going to tell you right now, I do love to see it. I am rooting for Mang. But I'm also rooting for a good game more than anything. So I want to see Aposl tighten it up. He was kind of getting caught by some patented Roy cheapness. He knows what he's got to do.
3, 2, 1, go!
I want to see this go to a game 3. Big swing, and then that is something you can get a little too comfortable. Doesn't get punished that much. There are holes. He's got to look for him. That's just a great falling forward air. Aposl's had such trouble controlling the pace of the match. Those little step backs being so crucial for Mang. Big swing. Once again, Aposl finding himself in a hole early. No, and they're getting aggressive on the ledge. Getting cornered. Getting caught. Oh! Getting caught bad on his transformations. Going all the way south. Good recovery. He's could have gotten punished even more there for the re-grab. Trip, can't get anything off it. It's off the Ivy Sword, just not feeling comfortable in the Ivy today. You can tell. Good, falling back here doesn't do it. Even Aposl surprised. F tilt again, not doing it. Going deep, not doing it. Finally reading a hasty air dodge. Coming back to even. Gets out of the corner. Big damage time. Well, big damage potential. Can't keep the advantage state going. Gets counter hit. And Mang just has all the momentum, all the ability to take this home. Good counter hit up B. Punishes him on the way down though. Great play. He'd need to get this stock off now. Ooh, cheeky down smash. Trying to go deep for the edge guard, and he gets it. Water fountain, or whatever that thing's called. You know what I'm talking about. A huge play, and it pays off. Needed that badly. He's still got a while to go. Mang's in the driver's seat. He's back to a corner. Huge battle out. Oh, Mang had the call out on the transformation. Couldn't punish it. Now here comes big damage. In advantage. Ledge trap. Can't get it. Now he's backed into a corner. Ivy battles out. Oh, greedy out. Forward air. Tight spot. Oh, what a time. What a time to grab the ledge. Hadn't done it all set. Caught everybody, including Aposl, by surprise. Mang de la Mang, 2-0. That's what I like to see. You have an element to your gameplay. You know you have it. You know you can execute it well. But you don't pull it out till it really matters, till they don't see it coming. Give me a second. I'm going to center myself. I'm a little at the corner here. Ugh. There we go. A little more in frame. It's all about cinema, baby. Hey, thanks for being here. Looks like it's going to be me for at least the foreseeable future. Hope you don't mind that. A lot of great matches. Coming up next, Kigaku Vapor. And it's not me struggling to say his name, it just has a question mark at the end. Kigaku Vapor versus Sora J. Always love to have new faces here. Best thing about new faces at Xanadu, you can just make up narratives. I can just pretend these people are whoever I want them to be. Okay, Chaos Hexer, what's the name of the move? You have the power of Smash Wiki there. You can just look it up.
KingRoBo and VGBootCamp set up for KingRoBo and VGBootCamp set up for.
It's no big deal. It's just about describing what you see, you know? It's like with Falcon players. Nobody calls it a forward air. Unless you hate Captain Falcon. And then you'll probably call it a forward air. You call it a knee. It's all about painting a more vivid picture, in my opinion. I'm gonna need to paint a lot of pictures because these guys are taking a while. As is their right. And is my right to make fun of them for doing so. All right, he's back, ladies and gentlemen. He's back. With stories to tell, I would hope.
I am back. I am back.
What happened?
Oh, fat L, baby. I lost. Yeah, it's all right.
To leading luminary.
Yeah, it was a couple SD. I'm not going to make Johns. I lost straight up. Like, it is what it is.
You should have told me before I bet all my money on DraftKings, man.
I mean, I just haven't been. I need to take a break, man. Burnout is a real thing. Take a break, kids. It's real.
Break.
Even he was just like, yeah, you're not playing like you're usually playing. Because we go even, and he washed me. Like, yeah, it was terrible. But, hey, yeah, breaks are always good.
Take a break. Sometimes permanently.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I don't know if I'm going to go that far.
I'm not going to tell anybody what to do, but I am going to tell them what I did.
So you're done. You're done.
Done? With, like, competing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't need to be competing in these games.
It just boils your blood that much?
Yeah, I'm just not getting anything out of it. I don't have any long-term goals that I could really feasibly complete, or for that matter, want to complete. You know what my dream is in this game? Let me tell you what my dream is in this game. I want to show up to some hodunk town
and wash everybody.
And just go to their 10-man tournament and wash everybody. That's my dream in Smash, really.
Isn't that everybody's dream?
I feel like most people, they aspire for greater than that. In fact, I'd hope most people aspire for greater than that. I just, I want to show up to Bradbury, Iowa, and be the best player in Bradbury, Iowa on that day.
All right. Well, we got Sora and Peach here. Not Peach. You know what I'm talking about. We got turnips.
You're the first person to say, that's weird.
Can we talk about the match?
I mean, you can if you want. I don't know anything about these
Oh,
stuff.
dude, I didn't know that Sora's freeze goes through the counter. Daisy's counter.
I didn't know that either. Actually, I do know something about...
Little something
Wait,
about
is Sora J... Is this correct? Is Sora J not the Sora player?
I don't think so.
I
don't know, man. I'm just here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Sora. He's recovering. Ouch.
I don't know who to root for right now.
Daisy.
Daisy? I would like to, but I can't even call them by their name because I'm not sure.
Just call them by the characters.
Daisy? All right. Feels wrong. Sora's not playing Sora.
Okay.
Kagaku Vapor is playing Sora. I gotcha. These kids, man. They're killing me.
Oh, I love the place of that counter.
All right, Sora J doing a great job walling out Sora right now.
What was that option? I guess
it's to call people jumping. It's a good read. I was playing against Sora J. I didn't know their name at that time, but they were playing me pretty tight. A lot of great movement on Sora J. A lot of great.
You gotta have great movement with Daisy and Peach.
At a high level, yeah. If you want to get really good.
Ooh, that DI.
You can
Thought he got plucked by that turnip.
You can also play a pretty middling Peach. It doesn't require all the fanciness. Sora J's got it. Oh my.
Like the turnaround up smash, huh? A weird input there.
Gaku got a bit too aggressive on the ledge trap.
That's going to take it.
Got a bit too aggressive on the ledge trap. So was able to counter back, but it's an even game right now. It's a weird combo weight for both characters. Both that light floaty type. Both want to hover in the air. With Peach, you're kind of looking to, bait and trap in neutral.
Yeah. If Sora didn't have like the best recovery in the game, I would assume the idea is just, edge guard the
Yeah.
hell out of Sora. But then the disjoints are going to smack Daisy away, so
It's actually a tricky matchup for sure.
I don't know the game plan here.
Oh my good.
Uh-oh.
I think you turned away. There was a bomb into back air, almost broke his shield.
Oh, I definitely turned away.
Big roll.
Oh, I
he
thought-
was too
yeah.
far.
A little too far. He's up tilter, catch him.
Yep.
This is looking a little spooky. A little spooky for Sora J. Oh, never mind. Crown comes out.
Oh.
These up smashes, I don't like that option. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No. Oh, okay.
That'll
Ouch.
do.
That's rough. Sora J.
It's a weird neutral. Both players, they're trying to get their stocks, calling each other, jumping over each other, because that's a lot of.
Aerial movement.
Yep. And it's working better for one player than the other, as we can see.
Yep.
Kagaku 1-0 up over versus Sora J. I'm not a huge. Oh my goodness.
It's hot in here.
It's not that hot.
This set is hot.
I mean,
too.
I mean, the light can definitely be a little hot, but that's oh my.
Nah, I mean, hey, that was a tough first round, so I'd be sweating too.
Listen, it's stressful being on stream more than
really
people might know, but
the whole world looking at you.
it's true. But if the stream's got you looking like that, it's not good. Oh.
One of the things I love about Peach and Daisy's fair, it's like,
Oh boy.
What was that? The side B to an up smash? That was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was beautiful stuff there. But what I was saying about the F smash, Peach's F smash, it's like a slow startup, but like it comes out so fast. It's like deceptively, like, fast.
It's better than that people know.
Yes.
I would agree.
Way better.
It's a lot of the so-called weak options on Peach. Peach is a pretty good character. This is a great float.
There we go.
Floating the forward air. Excuse me. It's been tough. Kagaku has used.
The tech chase. Oh, catching the down air. I thought that would be a disjoint.
Yep. Great call. And as you mentioned, not getting the mileage you usually want out of your edge guards, because what an insane recovery Sora has.
The ambition on that F smash, he just went for it.
Oh, yeah, you can get counter hit there into back air and die. Once again, getting hit by F smash. Sora J's had that call out in the scramble. Sorry, Kagaku Vapor has had that call out.
Wonder what that
in
means.
the scramble. I no longer want to know. It's not Kagaku's fault. I do hate having your name be the character you don't play. And this is a prime example of why. Sora J
152 after the hit.
with a wild dash attack that does come in his benefit. He can play defensive.
Yeah, just keep plucking turnips and tossing them at him. Oh my God, that was Okay, we're good. We're living.
172%.
That's scary. Oh, I thought Kagaku was gonna chase Sora.
Look at how further back.
Fair, I like that.
Yeah, look at how further back he's playing. Fair into fair. Rare to see that. That's just a weird combo weight thing too. That would have only worked on Sora.
Sora J was trying to call something else that counter and get punished for it.
Couldn't recatch the Stitch. 100% lead.
Pluck. The options there. I like the idea. It's just a little too soon on those turnip tosses. Another Stitch? Nope.
Ooh. Couldn't get the reset on the platform. 120 up. Stitch again counters it. What a play.
That's not a bad idea.
Yep.
Oh, and we're living.
Still alive.
No, we're not.
Now he's dead. Now
We're
he's
Sora,
alive.
we're living still.
Are you
No,
serious?
never mind. I take it back.
Listen, this is nothing against Kigaku Vapor, but I'm so glad he died there. I mean, come on.
Yeah, hey, that's good DI. That's good. That's Sora.
It's
Look, he's not sweating now. Oh wait, maybe
he is sweating. He needs a cold towel after the set is over.
I got some water.
Okay.
Want a sip?
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if we're going back to PS2 or are we going to switch it up? And I'm trying to figure out what would be a good counterpick stage. I mean, look, you can see them clearly.
Do you, and this is a question because a lot of other commentators, do you care about stages? Truthfully?
Like in terms of like, yeah. As a Falcon main, yeah.
As a Falcon main, for sure.
Yeah. Battlefield, amazing. I like Kalos because I can wall jump. Yeah, there are certain stages. I don't really necessarily think I have a bad stage as Falcon against certain matches. I don't like FD, but like, yeah.
It feels like the go-to comfort conversation in Smash
is stage picks.
Is stage picks.
Yeah.
So it's like we're in game 3. What's the stage pick?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that could.
And maybe I'm the weird guy here, but I'm always
Small
thinking in my head.
Who cares?
Who cares?
I mean, it depends on the character, man. That can really help out.
It can definitely matter. I'm not going to be the guy who pretends it doesn't matter, because it definitely does.
That parry to F smash, that was a strange choice. It's like, I don't even think that would have reached even if he would have hit one.
No, he's
Sonic
just
Blade.
Sora J is very good at parrying.
There we go.
Oh my
Peach shenanigans. I keep calling Sora J Peach. I'm sorry, Sora J. I keep disrespecting your character.
We should have just made a. This is my fault mainly. I should have just made the pack to call them by their character at the start of this one. Huge up smash.
Is that it?
Daisy in the lead. Oh! He lost the stitch immediately. Doesn't get punished for it. Lightning off the side, trying to go deep for the edge guard. Doesn't get it. What a recovery.
I like the option of the float, getting out of the way of Sora's shenanigans. But it didn't. Okay. Yeah. We DI those. Or SDI those.
Oh. Parry. Tomahawk.
No punish on that leg.
Platform.
Down there.
Big damage. Dead.
Fair. Taking it. Don't you die on me.
Yeah.
Sora J.
One stock lead.
Yeah, this is still a pretty big lead, so we're still.
Aired right through the fire. Big counter.
Good choice on the counter.
Gaku's got to bring this back. Back into the corner. Trying to call it as many habits as he can. Had such a dominating game 1 to find himself one stock away.
Oh, dropped it.
After a great lock-in by Daisy. And now, he's just getting walled out.
Yeah, I was just about to say, he's having a hard time getting in there.
He's getting bullied.
Oh, what's the option?
Wow. Freeze. Gets the confirm off of it.
There we go.
Rare
All right.
Sora getting the confirm off of ice.
This game isn't over, but it's going to be a very, very uphill battle for...
Fishing for the back air. It'll do it. Yeah, there you go. Yep, that comes out like that.
Yep. Quick stuff.
Sora J, the Daisy player. 2-1 over Kigaku Vapor in a struggling match where both players gave it their all. But it was Punish Game that won it on this day. And it often does, in my opinion.
Sure does.
You still in losers?
I'm in losers. I got to fight DGS.
DGS.
I don't want to do this.
All right.
Why me? I'd rather just be here with the people.
You can DQ if you want.
I could. Nah, DQs are for quitters. I'm going to go lose with my head held high. I'll be back.
That's what I'm talking about. Just Raph off to lose to DGS with his head held high. All right. I usually am a believer in Just Raph, but I just don't like his chances this time around. I'm sorry to say. But he's not a quitter. That much is true. And you got to respect that to an extent. Because a guy like me, I would have just DQ'd. Not even gonna joke around with you, fellows. I would have been gone. Oh boy, we're already punching our way through this bracket. Let me tell you, we are on winners round 3. Cheddar versus Sonder. Oh boy, big one. I know we got some Cheddar fans in here. I am one of them. Should be a good match. Well, they just deleted Playground out the setup. You hate to see it. A lot of people here, you know, in different stages of grief, you find. No matter the skill level, no matter, you know, the average performance, your 0 tours, your 1 tours, your 2 tours, you're on the fringe of top 8ers, your top 8ers, you're on the fringe of winning players, and even your winning players. Every single one seems to be in their own stage of grief. Case in point, what I believe to be Cheddar's tag. Yes, there is a second stream today, by the way, guys. I don't know if you know. There's a running double streams today, just like the olden days. 2 streams here. Just don't ask me what the URL is for the other one, because I don't know off the top of my head. And I'm sure somebody in chat does. 2 great streams if you get tired of hearing my voice. You can head over there. Have a nice relaxing stream. Just peeking my head over, I can see it's ooh. I don't know, guys, you might wanna watch it. You got Gummy on the other stream. Versus who is that? I can't tell. But Gummy on the other stream, I don't know, tempting. I know what I'd be watching right now. TrapHoodHighlights versus Gummy. But don't leave. It's Cheddar versus... Oh, sorry, I'm completely off base here. It's Cheddar versus Nick District. I know he's trying to hide himself. But I'd know that hat anywhere. I'd know it from miles away. That's Nick District, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. Cheddar versus Nick District. Winners round 3. Pretty early for these two, I'd say. But that tells me it must be a pretty stacked bracket. Getting all sorts of hand signals. Don't know what that means. Steve versus Wolf. As anybody who knows me knows, I'm a big Steve fan when I put these headphones on. Would hate to disappoint my little cousin, who of course loves Steve. Loves the Sonic movie as well. I don't know if that's there's any correlation there. But for him, I gotta root for the Steve. Gotta root for Nick District. Such a force. Sorry, Cheddar. It's just the way of it. What song is this? This is very nice. I haven't heard this one before. Big dash attack takes the lead. In this matchup in particular, and so often with many Steve versus anybody else matchups, lead is very important. Controls how the neutral goes. Big battle off the edge there from Cheddar. Slowly scrapping his way into the lead here. Oh! Cheddar had the read on Nick coming down, but he extended his leg. Good job there by Cheddar not to get cheesed. Unintended. We're gonna need to replay that. Both players kind of stopped and looked at each other. Nicholas District laughed to himself after getting that counter hit on the up smash. You wouldn't believe who's coming on next.
What's good, y'all?
It's Scabs. Hey, what's up, man?
How's it going, Bo?
It's pretty early for you, you know?
I know. We got business happen tomorrow, but we'll get back into that later.
You're looking a little stressed.
Exactly.
You're running around.
That I am. It is a Friday night. I'm already stressed.
Yeah, I'm chilling, though. I'm holding it down. Don't worry. Gotcha. I was telling everybody about the intricacies of this matchup, as you know.
There's the matchup, and then there's also the Steve District out. And that's matchups get tossed out the window when this man picks up Steve.
Well, he tried to fool everybody by changing his name today, but I wasn't fooled. I know that's Nick District hiding there.
Very true. And Cheddar already trying to get started with those down throw combos and low percents. I feel like this is going to be one where the diamond's on deck, so yeah, your stock is measured in milliseconds.
Yep. Does get the punish, though, on him trying to craft. Big forward air down air. He's dead.
He got the wrong direction, but now he has the up B. Great mash, and he's able to recover.
That was a great recovery. Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Good catch on the roll.
The presence of mind to like recognize he'd been turned around too.
Yep. It was a great combo by Cheddar too. That's not true. That's calling out fading back.
Please don't die, Cheddar. He died at 50. Oh my God, that is so ridiculous. He got like jabbed once at 0. He got put into a 50-50 situation and then died to a diamond F smash at 50. Unreasonable.
If any of you out there needed to know what my reaction to that was, just go back in the stream and watch Cheddar's reaction because it was identical. Pure and utter disbelief.
Dismay followed by disgust.
Yeah. I was talking about it before this set started, that every player, no matter the skill, is at their own stage of grief.
True. This is, I guess we're past denial on Sonder, a.k.a. Nick District side.
I feel like if you're going to be a good player, you kind of have to be permanently in denial.
Trapped at the ledge, good dash attack to get a little bit of space here, and now the traps are the issue. Like there's just so much that Sonder can do there.
Yeah, I'm gonna start to be disappointing my younger cousin soon because I'm running out of good things to say about Steve.
About this Minecraft menace.
I was being real nice when this set started, but you know you're gonna have to fill in.
It's just really like the edge trapping so far from Nick has been really good. Cheddar just hasn't really been able to get out of the corner. And then when he does, he has to approach because that passive pressure that Steve puts up. Oh, he tried to roll away and died for it. The lingering grab, not a long enough roll distance on Wolf.
Yeah, good job by Cheddar destroying the crafting table. Gonna want to make sure to destroy that at any time.
So it basically
really cripples him.
It costs a little bit of resources, but when you've already got like 5 iron blocks, it's kind of like, okay, sure, I'll burn a couple bit of dirt.
Cheddar in danger of letting a stock slip away from him if he doesn't close it out soon. Oh boy. Yeah, okay. Tried to catch him jumping out of shield there, Nick did.
Now, was it just me, though, or did Nick have an opportunity to tech on that block?
He had an opportunity to do a lot of things.
He had an opportunity to make better decisions, that's for sure.
But I don't really try to think of the spread of options that Steve has. That's like a looking into the cosmic horror.
You gaze into the abyss, and Minecraft Steve gaze back.
Something like that, man. Oh!
I dig the attempt from Cheddar. He tried to go ahead and get the reflect on the cart.
It's rarely worth it, is what I'm gonna say. It's not.
It's high risk for sure.
It's not useless. You can make some good plays with it, but it's far from the default option for dealing with minecart. You just want to get out of the way of that thing. Easier said than done, especially against a good Steven like Nick District.
I am liking this this passivity here from Cheddar. It feels like he's picking his moments really well. He'll stand at laser distance and then immediately gets up smash as soon as I start praising
it was a good fair though. He had the frames, he just wasn't confident to stay in shield. Nick caught him jumping. Don't jump now. There you go. Big punish. Cheddar in the lead.
So what do you think? Do you think that this is Cheddar learning the matchup and learning Nick District's habits here? Or do you think that this is just a little bit of adaptation?
I think Cheddar knows what to do. He's not playing this matchup like he's fishing for what do I got to do. He knows what he has to do. He's got to avoid getting cheesed, and he's got to outvalue Steve over time, which Wolf can do. But and you know what? He didn't get tilted. He did have that sort of face of disbelief after getting cheese like that, but he hasn't played tilted this game, at least in my belief.
That's the impressive bit. Not getting tilted in this matchup is that is difficult.
Yep. He's taking a confident lead. He's hitting confirms. Nick needs to take this stock now.
Yeah, this is definitely a struggle session here for Nick. He's got all the resources he needs, so he's not really gaining too much more. Gets the up throw though, so that'll take the stock. Now just don't get jabbed at 0 and die again. Like we've seen it once.
Oh boy, don't get cheese.
He has one job.
Oh.
There's not much.
Everybody hold your breath.
No.
Hold your breath.
He didn't get the sweet spot of the fair.
No, he went aggressive. Nick can capitalize. Even game. Oh no, now he's panicking. No future.
Your future might be pixelated right here as Cheddar sees his stock starting to vanish here. I don't think Nick has been touched so far. What an immaculate last stock from Nick. Steve!
Yeah, something like that, man. Oh my goodness. Great play from Nicholas District. What did you see out there, man?
I saw some DLC things happening.
Oh, yeah?
And it felt like Cheddar had complete understanding of what he needed to do to get the win. And then all of a sudden he came down off that angel platform and said, I need to kill him right now, and pressed for it, and Nick just ate him alive.
From a Cheddar perspective, he got scared in that last stock. You could tell.
Definitely.
He got scared. He remembered. He wasn't tilted from game one, but game one never left him because it was in the back of his head at that last stock. You could tell by how he was playing around, how he was being passive, and Nick ate him up for it.
I agree.
He ate him up.
I definitely think it's one of those spots where the only way Cheddar loses that is if he either gets cheesed, and he had that thought in his head, and then he got outplayed.
He got outplayed.
He was trying to go ahead and dodge the home run hit instead, just small ball did him in.
It's rough too. I mean, Wolf can win that matchup, but you got to outvalue over time. You're not going to be able to cheese Steve like he's able to cheese you, and he can hit you about as hard, sometimes even harder.
Oh, with Diamond, yeah.
Yeah, it's a rough one for just about the whole cast. Some more than others, but you know,
I've yet to see an honest matchup chart for that character. I don't know who's, like, people say, oh, Sephiroth beats him because, haha, big sword, he pokes through walls. It's like, but Steve doesn't need to build walls to win the matchup.
I need, as the commentator, to maintain my jester's privilege, which means if I have too many opinions on things, people are going to start thinking my opinions matter, which they definitely don't. So I'm going to save my opinions for later, until or when I can strike.
Gotcha.
When the moment's right. One thing.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry, trying to get some technical info there with something we got on screen.
It's okay. You want to know something funny?
Sure.
I didn't know I could do that.
Oh, really? Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, that's I love that option to be able to
I've
just
been
talk
here
directly
for
to
a year.
stream runner.
I honestly, I'm not happy that I now know that because
Now you can just direct your insults directly to our stream runner by hitting the talkback button, and chat will never know.
yeah, man, that. No wonder he probably for the longest time I feel like he just acted like he couldn't hear me. Now I know he just couldn't hear me.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, he can hear both of us, but if you do the talkback, chat can't hear us. So
Oh,
it
okay.
mutes it for chat, but we can ask questions. To the
Gotcha.
stream
Can he
runner.
hear us at a delay? Is that the idea? No, he can hear us immediately. Okay. So you have been pretending like you couldn't hear me. I knew it. You exposed yourself. I know what I would have done. I would have played along.
Exactly. It's like, what was that? Couldn't quite hear.
Yeah.
But,
Actually, I love Brig.
yeah, shout outs to Brig. That's our stream runner running in the back end, making us look like, slightly more intelligent than we actually are.
I was seeing some stuff about Brig on Twitter that he has this in the melee, the melee Xanadus. He plays the winner of the tournament.
Of a tournament?
Yeah, and he won one of them. I was like, that's hard.
That's great. So we have our stream runner doing Thug Finals every Wednesday.
Is that what it's called?
That's
Thug
wonderful.
Final? That's hard because here's the guy winning the tournament coming off so high, and you go, no, you got to face the final boss.
Exactly. Emerges from the production room.
Yeah. I love that. We should start doing that for Ultimate. Oh, no, it's me. I'm going up there.
There you go. Yeah, whoever wins the Ultimate Tournament has to face the commentators the last bit.
Guess who is up there? Virgo. Boat. Now, I know a little bit about Boat. Boat's pretty good.
Yeah, we've seen Boat play a little bit the past couple weeks, relatively new to the region, but making a lot of noise.
Yeah, I played him in Redemption.
Yeah, I think like the first couple weeks that Boat was around, didn't do too well.
Nah.
But as of late, been actually running this show quite a bit.
No, I mess with Boat, especially because I like Inkling, and I like really good, well-movemented Inklings, The ones who are using the B reverses, the ones who are, ledge trapping, doing mix-ups with the, what's it called, the roller. Yeah, I love that stuff. And I think Boat does it to a high degree. I'm glad to see Boat in so far in the tournament because this is winners round 3.
That it is, but this is a difficult matchup at some points because Inkling, famously a little bit stubby, you got that back air that you can actually use as a disjoint against characters without disjoints, but Snake, you got a couple grenades, and if you try to go ahead and outspace with that back air, it's not long enough range so that you can escape all of his projectiles.
Yeah. It's a tough one. It's also hard because getting the kill confirm on Snake is a nightmare. A lot of Inklings trouble is getting the kill, and and that's a prime example of what I was talking about because you get the hard read on the roller, and the grenade's going to bail Snake out.
Yeah, you just can't cancel roller fast enough, so you usually hit both.
Yep.
That is so unfortunate. But
55,
yeah, just
you know what?
applying that projectile pressure and catching the roll in. Beautiful stuff there.
He was rolling too much. It was a good call out by Virgo. Unsafe aerial, gets up smashed. High game.
So Virgo looks like from Albany, actually. So perhaps visiting for the homecoming big event we got going tomorrow. We can talk a little bit more about that in between games. But
is it Albany or Albany?
That's a good question. I am no New Yorker. I'm
not
from
either, so I can't really say my expertise. I just know that Superintendent Chalmers calls it Albany.
Yeah, maybe it is Albany.
Yeah. No. Sorry, Skinner calls it Albany because it's an Albany expression.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And,
steamed hams.
Yeah. Chalmers is from Utica. That's why he's never heard the phrase.
Yeah, there you
steamed hams. Just for the lore, in case you were wondering, big misplay by Virgo.
A little bit of self-harm right there. The C4 is right on that platform, perfectly positioned to claim his own stock.
Yeah. Boat in the lead. He can run around for a while. Virgo is going to call you out at a time. Good back air. Great roll.
I'm digging the low profile, too, by Virgo. We saw it a couple times where Boat was trying to get a back air, and Virgo was crouching to just shrink that hitbox as small as possible. Snake's crouch is really underrated. It is super good for just those characters that have trouble hitting short characters.
Yep. The recovery.
Yep, using that aerial mobility here that Inkling has in spades. It just feels like this character is so hard to pin down when it has the percent lead.
Boat's not afraid to just sit in the corner, by the way. That's one thing I do know.
Yeah, we're already seeing it. Just like using the shield right there to get around the grenades, but Nikita slipping through twice to play that snap.
Went too low. Had him checkmated.
Good dash attack right there, just to the cross up. Now getting the
he
up
gets
air
the
attempt. I dig that. Just foiled by that frame one grenade pull though.
Didn't get the tech chase. Didn't get the punish. It's a weird scramble game right now. I don't think either player really understands it.
Yeah, this is definitely an odd matchup. Like I don't know how many Inklings are left these days, particularly in Albany, for Virgo to have some matchup experience here.
I don't know.
Yeah, that roller, a solid move, but a ton of lag if you just toss it on shield.
Well, it's rough too because even outside of roller, where else is Inkling getting their kills? It's edge guards, right?
Yeah, it's basically edge guards or like back airs at 180.
Yeah.
Or hard reads on a forward smash.
Have fun edge guarding Snake.
Exactly.
I think he's played pretty well, all things considered.
These last,
wow,
these low percentage situations, it's just so favorable for Snake because he just doesn't have to do a dang thing. Just set up the barrage of projectiles.
Boat's waiting though. I think Boat has this.
Really?
I do.
Boat's got to really get a really good call out here to just open Virgo up.
This patience is what I would want to see from Inkling.
But the problem is, look at the percentages.
Yeah,
like Snake's got that that checkmate at 160. So if this gets too much higher right here, we're going to see like one grab and a pummel and a down throw, and Boat's toast.
Don't worry about the percentages. He's got this. See?
The
just needed one air dodge. He needed a better punish than that, though.
Agreed.
That was his moment.
That was an up smash right there.
Oh. I think he lost his moment.
167 here, so we
are...
Oh,
no!
There's
there you
grab.
go.
Yeah.
Good play. Good play.
And that was one of those where you have to play the anti-grab game. If you're at 160 and Snake is running at you, you know that he's going to do one of two things, up tilt or grab. And in that situation, it felt like Boat committed to shield. That'll beat the up tilt. It will not beat the pivot grabs. That was very good recognition from Virgo. Boat was running a little bit scared in the corner.
Even though I feel like Boat doesn't understand the scramble, he needs to put himself in it. He needs to understand that getting hit, like getting your combo wrecked sucks, but the percent win is still huge.
I agree. I think that's a really good point, actually. Knowing how to react after you both get hit by a grenade is such like an intense matchup check. If you don't know what to do when both characters get blown up, if you don't know what your fastest aerial option is to hit Snake in those situations, then he's going to come up on top every single time in the percent war.
Yeah.
And since he's so much heavier than most characters in the game, like you're putting yourself really far behind.
Yep. It's true. Oh, boy. I don't like this at all, to be honest with you.
Really?
I don't. And this is coming from somebody who does play a little bit of Falco. You know what? I don't like seeing players switch off their main to a character they think has a better matchup. It's probably one of the bigger traps in Smash.
I can see that, yeah.
I don't know how good Boat's Falco is, but I have a sinking suspicion it's going to be a lot worse than his Inkling.
Already in an awkward spot right here, trapped in the corner, but dodging the C4 only to get hit by the grenade. That's the Snake matchup in a nutshell.
Yeah.
You get past one projectile and get hit by another.
I mean, how many times have you seen this happen in your Smash career? Not just watching Smash, but definitely playing and seeing your friends kind of fall into this trap. And I'll admit, I fell into this trap early, when it was a Smash player, but 99% of the time, when you think you're in a bad matchup, it's still better to stick to your main.
Unless your secondaries are like co-main level polish.
Yes, that's how I feel, for sure. Yep.
Good down on shield, though. That is pretty safe. And
good DI.
That's one thing that like a lot of Snakes get away with.
Oh,
good
okay.
spike.
That was wild.
That was sick, yeah.
Someone's saying this isn't a good matchup for Falco. I honestly kind of believe it. But I do think it's a better one.
It's like Falco relies on those combos, and he does have the strings to make them true, but again, the one frame window means that he's going to be far less likely to get those like 0 to 90s that you typically see him get.
Yep.
So Boat again in the corner. All right.
Yeah.
Virgo fully selling out for the roll in. Like,
it's tough to get punished for that, though. at least with the against the Falco. You can go for it once, in my opinion, right? But you do kind of look silly, especially on stream doing that.
Look at that again. Virgo just getting the run-up grab yet again on Bo. You cannot let this snake have that. You got to go ahead and isolate this character's grab game. The stronger that aspect of the character is, the harder the match gets.
There's also a thing in Smash hyperfixating on certain moves. I wonder how much Boat was annoyed by getting hit by Nikita. Dying to Nikita twice last set, and then switching to Falco being the motivating factor.
Could be.
Yeah, because every time he's Nikita, he's like, oh, I can deal with it now. And right now, he's just getting outvalued.
Yeah, and I love it when Falco's like go to the corner and toss out the lasers. This character is hard to camp, but then like what you see Bo doing is it didn't do too much damage, so he runs in and takes 60.
Yep.
If you're going to want to play defensive with Falco, which is certainly a playstyle you can do, you got to commit to it.
Someone just gave me their essay in chat. I looked down, saw 2 paragraphs, and I went, nope. I love that. All right, even stock.
All right, good angle right there too, so you're not going to get caught by any of these 2-frame shenanigans that you know Virgo is going to start looking for now.
He's just losing the scramble, and I bring it up a lot, but it's so huge against Snake, is knowing it, because you're going to get hit by grenade. It's just a fact of life against Snake. It's when you get hit by grenade that makes the difference.
And these combos too, they're not just not there from both.
They're not.
Feels like whenever Falco hits an up tilt at mid percents, we should be seeing at least 60, but usually it's just one aerial and then both backs off.
Yep. Need to catch him in disadvantage.
Agreed. Yeah, we
Big
need to
roll,
see
break grab. Yeah, can't do it.
Actually like that get-up attack from both. That
It was
smart.
good.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. It's close. Oh boy, yeah, he overcommitted on the F tilt. Sorry, the up tilt.
Definitely one of those where every Falco knows that they get one of those, and that is a comeback in a can, but a little bit too over-aggressive was Boat right there.
Society, man.
So yeah, for y'all, whenever we see the long messages in chat, usually I bookmark them on my side, but it's just so hard to get to them in the middle of a game. It's one of those things where the game moves so quick that it's hard to get the reading comprehension as well as keeping up with the game. Afterwards, we can chat, and I'll usually go ahead and respond to those, but during the game, it is just so difficult.
It's too much. Do you stream?
I don't, no.
You don't?
I only, this is it. This is VGBC and Smash, that's all.
I definitely feel it when I stream. It's like I'm trying to do something. And then like I'll have a question. Like say I'm playing Hades, I'll be like, hey, what's better? Going Ares here or going Poseidon? And one person will put like 2 paragraphs, and I'll be like, okay, well, and now I know in their head they're thinking, well, actually, that's a really complicated question because there's a lot of variables. I'm like, just pick one. I don't.
The streamer needs help, please.
Like this isn't me trying to buy a car here, trying to, you know.
Also, Hades, you a fan?
Oh yeah, I like that game. It's
dig it a lot.
It's a fun game. Yeah. You guys should play that game if you're into video games. I know a lot of Smash players, not big video games guys, but. You know, if you're into that sort of thing, check it out.
It's one of those where I feel like they perfected storytelling in a roguelike. That's always been the problem with the roguelikes is that they can, some of them take like the Dark Souls style of storytelling where like it's incredibly obtuse and you pick up things like as you play by like observation.
Yeah.
Hades doesn't do that. It just tells a good story just in parts and the repetition's part of the story. I really dig that.
I like the story in Hades, but I should also know I like the vague storytelling. I like the just. Yep. I like just as long as the game has a sick atmosphere, I'm buying in.
I'm there too with you.
Yeah, I don't care about, you know, what is the meaning of everything in this story. I just want, you know, I want to be standing in a hallway and the music's kicking and I feel like, oh yeah, I'm in this world, you know?
It's definitely one way to like just immerse you. Just like if the atmosphere's there, I can overlook gameplay flaws 100%.
What the heck? DistinctMadness. Where are we?
This is this is round 3, right?
Get the heck out of here.
So yeah, DistinctMadness on a bit of a run tonight, and the trainer trying to go ahead and fight off against this Dragon Titan.
Let me tell you guys about DistinctMadness because I need to set the scene for why I'm surprised to see him here. He struggled against me for a long time, and I remember I beat him for like the 4th time in a row, and he said something to me. He insulted me, but in a way.
How dare he?
Well, he did, but he kind of stun locked me with the insult because I had nothing to say. I'd never heard someone say it. They said I beat him 2-0, and he looked at me and said, "Gosh, you're such a flow chart." And I went, "Well, that's a mean thing to say, but also." It's meaner to you if you lost. Like, it's a bigger, if you truly believe that, that's a bigger insult to yourself than to me.
It's like you had a whatchamacallit, 2 options to choose your own adventure, and you chose the wrong option 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and I think it hurt particularly because I think he's right.
It's like, that's a good diagnosis, Doc.
Yeah,
Now, what's the cure?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. But he beat me the last time we played, and it's been all up and up for him.
I feel like Distinct's definitely been one of those players that has been grinding a little bit. I don't know what it is with the trainers in this region, but between Distinct and Aposl, like, suddenly we have like a bunch of solid MD or Nova.
I didn't even know you could use that. He used side B to go deep and then covered it with Nair.
Sick.
Creepooba, definitely no stranger to being far in bracket, but Distinct, this is at least new ground for him, and I don't think it would be an exaggeration to say this be a pretty big upset if he could pull it off.
Agreed, for sure. Creepooba definitely one of the PR players this season, maintaining that status here, but right now we're seeing the problem with Pokemon Trainer in the corner. How does this character actually get back if you have disjoints? All Creepooba's done, like the last 4 times, is retreating Nair into second hitbox, and every single time this thing gets caught by him.
Oh my gosh. Ridley the problem.
Yeah. Ridley is, if you were at the ledge and you don't have a big disjoint facing the front, Ridley is just so good at edge trapping.
It's me, the problem. Here I am. No, I mean, there's been a big, I don't know, there's been a little bubbling about Ridley or something.
There has been, yeah. Like, ZD was convinced this character was the truth. Like, he picked up Ridley for a while to just, like, beat other players, because if you don't actually, if your character doesn't body this character, it wins.
Well, once again, this is one of those things where I'm not good enough to have an opinion on that, but it's certainly, I can share his feeling. I know why he feels this way.
Yeah, I feel like this character just, like, beats a ton of really good characters and then loses to a lot of really bad characters.
Yeah, I mean, he has a flowchart, but it's so strong, and you play like Creepooba. When he locks in, it's over.
Like, look at that. That in 2 stocks, Creepooba took about 50%. Like, that was just textbook. He understood what DistinctMadness was trying to do in the matchup, and then just, I'm going to Ridley you. I'm going to stop committing. I'm going to have you run into me, and good luck, buddy.
I wonder what Distinct's going to tell Creepooba at the end of this match.
Probably like, you're a masher. You nair a lot. It's like, that's Ridley. That's the character.
No, he doesn't use masher because he knows that'd be an insult for himself.
That's a lot of. I've seen people like call Ridley like a mashing character. It's like, no, Nair's just good. it's like Palu back air.
Yeah.
We're 5 years into this game almost. If you don't know how to beat Palu back air or Ridley Nair, then learn. We ain't got no more excuses.
That's like playing Street Fighter. Man, he's mashing middle kick.
That's all the complaint in Street Fighter about grapplers. It's like, listen, the man is like 7 feet tall. He's made of muscle. He's walking towards you in a crouch walk. You know he's looking for the command grab. Yeah. If you get hit by it, it's your own fault.
All right, no politics.
Grappler supremacy every day.
Yeah. Save it for the Thanksgiving dinner.
Good use of the platform right there to get that double back.
Grapplers going around here. Ah, here he goes again. He kick up the table. Just imagining it. All right. Yeah, once again, he's even to start this match, but he let that game 2 slip so far away.
Yeah, I felt like he has to get a lead. He has to get a lead and not run it. It just felt like whenever Creepooba was able to pin him to the corner, whenever Creepooba was forcing him in, it became really difficult.
Did he do a little waveland there? Or am I tripping? That was kind of sick.
Got a little bit of movement.
Me watching Ultimate when someone does any movement tech. Whoa!
I love how just like wave landing has become like the perfect pivoting in this game, and like Smash 4, everybody would perfect pivot in between stocks, and now it's everybody wave lands on platforms in between stocks. But never.
Oh no! He Ivy sword dash attack, which is not recommended. Does get the stock back though. Even game. You jumped at Ridley. You're backed into the corner. Great switch. Does take 40 for it though.
So now you do have the reversal. What can Distinct make out of this ledge play? Not too much. Only 30 or so %.
It's lead trap in the game against Ridley. Mm-hmm. You're finding yourself in the corner for so much.
This Ivysaur tether recovery just been so vulnerable to Nair.
There's a good recovery there, though. Oh, not there.
Yeah,
Too high.
There's nothing you can do. You have to.
Oh, boy.
That was so perfect by Creepooba. He also recognized that like the F smash hits below the edge when Zard tries to recover that angle.
Yep.
Great coverage.
What's that thing on Twitter? Incredibly loud, incorrect buzzer.
True.
Yeah.
You gotta get a montage of like Distinct trying to come back from the ledge, and every time makes a mistake.
Anybody trying to come back from the ledge from Ridley.
Yep.
It's rough. If you're a great neutral type player, you know, pick up Ridley, man. I'm telling you.
At the very least, you will teach players that matchup. Oh, he doesn't have a double here. Great tether snap.
You're the best rock, paper, scissors player in your town. Give Ridley a try. Oh, you regrab ledge. Yep.
Yeah, this is get that buzzer going right here because we are struggling all of a sudden.
Oh, he should have gotten that, though.
Yeah, the read, yeah.
Yeah.
Distinct definitely had that stock.
Should have gotten that one, too.
These spot dodges have actually been on point.
They have.
Like, DistinctMadness is, despite the fact that he's down a lot, he's making a lot of perfect calls. He just has his timing ever so slightly off.
It was a good idea there to tether cancel. Didn't get anything off of it. Oh! Yeah.
That is nuts.
It was a great play.
Creepooba, like, he threatened the kill with the side B, did it with a jump so he would fall off edge, and then immediately was able to up air. That was such a miserable position to get put in.
It's not something you see often, but it's a great mix-up. That's one of those save it for the end of the game moments. I was talking about my favorite thing in Smash is when you're really good at one little mix-up element and you save it for the end of the game.
True.
We saw it earlier with Mang. He was playing Aposl. Great back and forth set. They had a tight last stock situation. He'd been ledge trapping him the same way every single time. Jab, 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 jab. Step back, maybe side B. Last stock, he says, I'm going to grab ledge. He grabs ledge. He does he ledge, what's it called? Ledge trumping. Bam.
Those last minute adaptations, that one tool that you keep in your back pocket to like game 3, last stock, last hit, that's always like the super sick play.
I love that stuff, man.
Also, talking to chat, thank you so much, everybody, for sticking with us. Panda X saw the shout out, thanks so much. And also to Deddy Caitlin asked me why I look like if Hazmat escaped an Amish family. I don't know whether to feel insulted about that or not.
You should. You're the boss, man. I tell people when you walk in here, I'm uncomfortable. Like it's just the boss walking by, man.
Honestly, I've been compared to like I think it was Seagull Joe called me a lowland nerf. Which
lowland nerf?
Exactly.
You can't
which
be
I
taking.
thought was hilarious.
I'm gonna say it. You can't be taking this stuff lightly, man. You need to start. Heads need to start rolling for these low blows,
it's
man.
the old like white guys with beards and glasses. We all look the same, apparently. Though nothing will ever be as bad as when Logic confused Vanilla, who is a red-haired guy.
He confused
skinny.
Vanilla for you?
No, he confused Vanilla for another player who looked absolutely nothing like him. Like, it was a guy, different hair color. The other guy was actually balding. Vanilla has, like, long red hair and a mustache. The other guy had no facial hair. And when he's like, dude, Logic, I'm not that guy at all. He's just like, all you white people look the same to me. I'm just like, you can't do that. There's no comparison here, Logic.
That's not good.
Logic, gotta let him know.
That's not good. You do always be dressing, though. I mean, people need to start putting some respect on your name. You dressing well.
I used to come directly after work before I had a car, and I was always like in a suit and a tie, and I'd always say that the only reason why I get a shot on commentary is because it looked like I should be there.
Yeah, we look like we should be sitting out of sitting out in New Jersey in front of an Italian butcher shop talking business. You know,
gotta get the whatchamacallit, the cappuccino.
I want you to pay Frankie a visit. You know. Bring him over to Benny the Butcher. Have him talk to him.
Got a couple pairs of cement shoes.
I look like I'd be saying, "You got it, boss." Walking away. Hey, it's ZD, ladies and gentlemen. He's back, and you know, I'm. First of all, let me just say, I'm happy to see ZD back because I'm a big ZD fan. Although, for ZD's mental health, I think he should probably not be playing this game.
Yeah, I talked to him a little bit about that. He basically said that he is taking a break. He's just out here for homecoming.
All right. Yeah. I know how addicts talk.
It's true, yeah, true. But against TrapHoodHighlights, who has been putting on a show and also our like third Pokemon trainer this stream. What is going on? All the PTs in this region are on fire as of late. Well,
the PTs are having a good day as far as being on stream. They're not having a good day as far as winning on stream. I think they're 0 for 2 right now.
We'll have to see if...
likely 0 for 3. Sorry, TrapHoodHighlights, but I don't like your odds, especially starting now.
Yeah, that 1.2% is not a good way to get the game going.
Yeah, he killed him with Nair. That was kind of insane.
Basically, that's one of those where at a certain percent, all of Fox's moves kill. It's just, you got to take them deep enough for it.
Yeah. I'm glad to see ZD back, even if it's, you know, I got to drink. It's my sister's wedding.
Exactly.
I'll take a break afterwards, I promise.
No, but I think the break was good for his mental health. He definitely was just getting super stressed about the game. So,
Yes.
Was that a back air up smash? I don't think I've ever seen that before.
It was a reverse Nair up smash.
Okay.
He came drifting in the other way.
Gotcha.
Still hard, but ZD hits those, let's just be honest. Great to have everybody here. I was talking with Just Raph about breaks because he's feeling it. He's in that definite despair stage of grief. You know, the one right before acceptance. What is that one?
Yeah, exactly. It's oh god, I don't even remember off the top.
Yeah, the one before acceptance.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
where he's at.
It's like bargaining.
I know.
Like, if I play 8 hours a day, maybe I'll be good.
Yeah.
Surely I'll be good.
Yeah, he'll be at my stage one day, but right now he needs to take a break.
Yeah, I hit acceptance like at the beginning of Ultimate. Like, I am a commentator now.
That is some sage right there, man.
I play the game for like a couple weeks. I'm just like, I am a commentator now.
Come on, man. You gotta have that delusional hope at the start of a fighting game. Everybody's gotta have it.
True.
And it's gotta break down progressively at different stages for everybody. ZD, right there, I don't know if you guys saw it, he canceled hand into face wipe. He was about to pull out the classic ZD hand after getting up smashed, and then he went, nope, just wiping my face. That's a
new tech right there.
That's a new tech.
That's what the break will give you.
Yeah, he canceled the ZD hand. He's getting better every day. Right now, one hit away from losing it all. Trap with a good step back, though.
Yeah, TrapHood actually is at that spot now where he can actually get some kill confirms on Fox because of the weightiness of his character, but has to get down. I like fiending for those kills with the Ivysaur, but at that point, it's like you got to think about a switch.
Yeah. Yep. He's looking relaxed, though. You got to look a little bit relaxed against CD.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those spots where if he senses that you're tilting or that you're being over aggressive, he'll switch to a super campy playstyle and just drive you further off the cliff.
Yeah. Was ZD wearing his classic McDonald's t-shirt?
Yeah, exactly. The Garfield shirt, yeah.
That's ridiculous. He needs to be better.
I don't know where he got like half of these t-shirts. They're all just like so random. Never fails to make me chuckle though. And we're on the Wolf here too for game 2. Interesting mix-up considering the results of game 1. Also, I just noticed his tag.
Nutsberg.
No, I was thinking like 40 VY.
Oh, 40 VY. I think that's like my Adderall dosage. I don't know. I can't remember.
I'll ask him about that. Yeah, I've never seen that before.
Nutsberg, I think he's just a fan of DJ Nuts.
Could be.
Yeah.
Shout out to DJ Nuts.
Yeah.
All right, trying to go ahead and get some kind of a lead trap game going here, but that back off, it felt like TrapHood was setting something up perfectly by jumping with a neutral edge, basically saying, ZD, you have to stand up here from edge, and then he just backed off to a point where he couldn't get a dash grab going. Solid damage so far in this stock, but this is always the telling situation. Can you actually finish your plate? Can you get the kill early?
Oh, that was a bad nair too. Didn't get too punished for it.
Even from like 2/3 of the stage at 160, yeah, Wolf back here, that'll do it to you. Interesting that we didn't see the Zard come out at all.
No. Yeah, you probably should though, in my opinion, especially against Wolf.
Yeah, everything that character does kills. I'm surprised that we're not.
Yeah.
All right, we got the Ivy at least. That he rolled into the bayonet. That is Let's just call it unfortunate, leave it at that.
Yeah, well, tried to take the stock off. You start swinging a bit too much because you're in a deficit, which leads to you getting punished more, which leads to you swinging more. It's a secular life against a better player. It's why the game always feels even at the start, and then why things always cascade so fast.
Agreed. It's one of those spots where once things start going bad, it's death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah.
And you have to stop the bleeding and get a stock.
Oh, good edge guard. Let's go, THH. You know we got some fans in chat.
For sure. Now we just got to get one of these low percentage combos, and Ivy is a character that can do it. But getting at a disadvantage might be the problem.
Oh boy. Get the reset. Get spot dodged.
Beautiful by ZD, just recognizing exactly what we're going for.
Yeah. Got spotted. Ah, boy. Good game by ZD or whatever.
Into the old. It's like one of those, like, I think I can take this first stock. I'm playing super well, and then you just never deal any more damage.
Yeah. I don't know. Last time I played ZD, it was like, I mean, I'm sure you played him before. It was like, all right, you start the game off, you got to keep your mentality right. You get hit, you go, oh, okay, yeah, that was a bad that was a bad jump there, and you hold shield, and it's like, oh, I can't hold shield there, the big dump, and he's just like on you the whole time, and you just sitting there like, I breathed there, big mistake, you can't do that, that's punishable.
So here's the problem: is that you play the space animals. I play King K. Rool, so when Fox is doing all that nonsense to my shield, I genuinely don't know what to do. And I asked ZD, I'm just like, what the heck am I supposed to do in these situations when you're tapping my shield? And he just says, I can't help you. He sounded defeated. Like, he sounded sad for me.
It's one of those things where it's like, the Fox has to make the mistakes. That's what it comes down to.
True.
I feel like you should have started your sentence with, well, I play King K. Rool, so that's a big problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Period.
It's basically, if I don't get him off stage at 0 and then immediately kill him, I lose the matchup.
Yeah.
Luckily, I've done that before to him and other Foxes. So, like, that's the only reason why it's can be kind of even. So, y'all, we got to go ahead and talk about two things. So, tomorrow, I need y'all to tune in starting at 3 p.m. We have Xanadu Homecoming, our monthly series that we've turned into a regional, celebrating Xanadu's 500th weekly. That's coming. We're going to start at 3 p.m. We're going to be going just about the whole day. We've got 310 plus entrants all for tomorrow. It's going to be a one-day event. So you're going to have 2 streams running all day. You're definitely going to want to tune in if you have the ability. In addition, we have a Matcherino running for that. So ! Matcherino in chat will give you the link. You can contribute directly to the prize pool for Xanadu Homecoming just by clicking a couple links. It's like follow this person on Twitter, and then that puts 15 cents or 50 cents rather in the bucket. So if you're looking to go ahead and support the scene, see some of your favorite top players walk away with a little bit extra money in their pocket, head on over to the Matcherino.
That's like a major, man. 300.
I know. We've gone from like a regional. When I first heard about this, we were like, we're going to cap it at 128. Then we're going to cap it at 256. And now we're not going to cap it. I lost my. I'm just like, this is insane.
There are some majors that don't get that many, especially in Milwaukee. Shout out to Milwaukee. Yeah, I saw you. I saw your message about the commentator. You had 40 commentator applications.
It was like 36 applications. It was nuts.
Yeah.
I really wanted to get you into, so we're gonna have to talk about that next one. Mark it on your calendar as soon as I get a date.
Nah, I saw the people you selected. They're cooler than me, so it's fine.
Lies.
I get it. Your hands are tied. You can't be putting me. I mean, although some of them you could have. I think I could have been cool. Like Coney, who I don't know who that is, but I feel like I'm cooler than him, so I think I could have taken that spot. Everybody else though probably cooler, you know.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, that guy is. He was definitely the weak link. We weren't sure if we were going to give him any games.
I'm surprised you gave him a shot, but you know, I know you're a very kind guy. So
every commentator needs their opportunity to break out. No, but yeah, Coney's going to be doing I think the second half of top 8. Actually, for top 8, here's a fun thing for any of y'all that are interested in tuning in. Top 8's going to be all the old Xanadu crew. So
yeah.
I don't have a schedule for it. It's literally all of top 8 is going to be like Logic, J-Dog, Tantalus, Gimmer, Coney, I think that we had like maybe Raffle too, Aposl. It's like all the folks that built Xanadu, I want them to get a chance to go on stream and like laugh it out and like enjoy their time together because they've been doing this crap for like literally a decade and a half.
Way too long.
I know.
They really should have grown up by now.
Well, a few of them have. Like Tantalus now, he's got like a wife and multiple kids, and that's why he doesn't show up too frequently.
Oh, good for him. Man.
Raffle's got like a full-blown career. He's retired from being our head TO.
Oh, good from him, man.
So
Wait,
yeah,
who took over for him? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's not our head TO anymore for a lot of these. He might be doing some majors and stuff, but right now for Xanadu, it's Jensen.
Jensen.
Yep.
Okay.
Jensen's been around for a bit.
Wait, I think I know him. Yeah.
Yeah, she's been doing this for like a month or two. It was File for a little bit after that, but File moved down to Southern Virginia, so basically to like off the edge of the earth.
I get it. It's going to be a nostalgia fest for all you Xanadu guys.
Xanadu boomers.
Xanadu boomers. And, you know, I often feel like a boomer, but then I look at some of you boomers, and
Exactly.
it makes me feel better.
All right. Is it too late to call this a banger set alert? Like this
This is a banger set.
ASN versus
like,
Ice Climbers versus King K. Rool. Listen, I know there's a lot of smart people in chat, but if any of y'all tell me you know this matchup, you're lying.
Here's the thing. I know chat better than they know themselves. And if there's one thing I know about chat is they're a bunch of sickos.
They might know this matchup then.
No, it will, yeah. They're a bunch of sickos. They're that little comic strip with the guy peeking through the window going,
Yes. Exactly.
They love jankiness. They love dumb interactions. They love zero to death combos. They love everything that this matchup represents.
Oh, my KingRoBo got away with one right there. You can buffer smash attacks if you grab like one of the climbers and don't immediately do something about it.
Yeah.
So you know that ASN was trying to go ahead and get that up smash. But speaking of janky interactions, we're already seeing it right there.
Yeah.
Like the neutral B immediately
Well,
punished.
that was actually KingRoBo's fault. You see, he landed a hit, and you got to know that's often a suboptimal against an ice climber.
Agreed.
You can get punished.
You can't hit this character. It's just that's the way it works.
Grabbing,
Actually, you can't hit
that's
either of these characters.
Yeah, grabbing that's also punishable. Don't grab. Yeah, so be aware with that, KingRoBo. You got to be a little better
You
there.
gotta get the matchup knowledge going.
Yep, tighten up there.
So right now, this is the difficult spot because Ices has some good zoning tools, but attempted a parry goes awry right there as the cannonball actually claiming that stock.
I feel like we haven't seen ASN in a while. I mean, we obviously remember ASN with his. He had some storied. He had some wrestler-like beefs.
Yeah, he beefed with ZD and he challenged him to a first to 10.
I remember.
And like, yeah, he put up with that because he actually had a winning record on ZD for a minute because ZD basically loses to every like character that he doesn't know.
Yeah, that another big mistake there by Robo. Can't be grabbing the ice climber.
Unironically, yes, if they are together, you cannot grab them either with the neutral B nor the regular grab. You have to immediately just send them away.
Yeah. Oh boy, doesn't get full comboed there.
Trying to get some safe pressure here with things like that neutral air, but
Yeah, I know you were joking about the matchup. I honestly don't think this is the worst matchup in the world for K-Rool.
no, this is okay.
Yeah.
It's not great because they kind of mess you up since you're a big body.
Yep.
But you have some really good tools to separate them, like Cannonball. Like two stocks in a row, it's been really difficult for this character to get away from because they don't have great aerial mobility.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, when you inhale one climber, it turns it into a projectile that you can fire at the other climber. I love that.
You got Tom and Jerry'd right there,
that
man.
That is definitely an Acme-sponsored move.
That's so much better than what I had. Oh, watch out! He just barely got that throw off. 161. Oh!
Oh, Nana didn't want to listen.
Yep.
That's a refire.
What? That killed?
Yeah, so if you inhale the cannonball and fire it again, it's super, super strong.
Wow.
Like, it gets a huge burst and damage, and it's even safe on shield. It's like +2.
Wow.
So you have to be aware of not messing with cannon, because it can only go at like a 45-degree angle straight up or a 45-degree angle over his shoulder. So it's predictable. You just got to go ahead and air dodge those.
All right, so I think what I've learned about this matchup after only one data point, you gotta be a silly Billy.
Yep.
You gotta be a goofy fella. You gotta throw out your crown, throw out the cannonball. Why not? Just let interactions happen. Don't try to make them happen. You know?
I think that's actually a really good way to put it. Yeah.
Is that really?
Don't force it.
I had no idea what I was talking about.
If you try to force nonsense on the ice climbers, they're going to do you 80 damage. So just, you've got the projectiles, toss them out, and force the climbers in.
I'll be honest, Asen, what a sicko. FD Battlefield?
This is...
You're messed up in the head, my man. Come on.
Agreed, yeah. This is a cursed stage.
Come on. I mean, you're already wearing the hot pink Yankee, which I wasn't even going to mention. FD Battlefield.
I can't remember the last time I've seen somebody pick. Okay, Robo was going for a kill right there. If he got that spike, that would have been brutal. Yeah, this is one of those points where like KingRoBo's like, they're at 90. Well, time to go for big hitboxes. One of these will kill surely.
Oh my gosh. He got out.
He found the one that killed.
I can't believe he got out of that shield pressure. I think ASN there's a way to keep that going, is there not?
Yeah, there is if they're...
Oh my God. He almost died off that too.
You ever kill a man with another man?
My goodness.
That's insane.
This is so hard. Okay.
Oh, he didn't have the double climbers, so he went too deep.
Full stock lead for our king. All the momentum. You just don't get 0 to death.
That's basically where we're at. Right now, it's looking like ASN is ready for 0 to death.
Just don't get 0 to death.
He just got 0 to 100, so this is...
This matchup's so funny. No!
Yeah, that was a bad get-up attack right there.
Oh!
No, he's fine. He's King Roll. He's a big boy.
What is that?
What is that? Yeah, you can walk the dog with Nana.
What is this?
You could charge a smash and then you start pivoting while desyncs, and she just kind of slides around. Yeah.
This game is too silly.
Programmed by interns on their lunch break.
Oh my God. It's a silly, silly game, ladies and gentlemen. Just know that. You can do whatever you want with this game. Anytime you're staying up grinding Elite Smash, I want you to acknowledge the silly game you're playing. I
mean, we called ASN a sicko for for this stage, but for that tech too. Like that's something that he's been laughing.
You know, I respect him for the grinder he is.
Agreed.
He's got one warpath and he'll battle down it. What?
He dropped shield
poked onto the.
That is, I don't know if that was a poke or he dropped shield. Either way,
he did that.
That is miserable.
Oh,
that was so brutal.
You know, on that note, I think I'm done.
You called it for the night? You had your highlight of the evening?
I had enough. That's too much.
I can't blame you.
That's too much, man.
Lactose intolerant.
Oh, I'm intolerant of a lot of things, and it's that gameplay, man. That's something else. And you know what? Shout outs to both players for embracing how dumb. That was dumber than I thought it could have been, and I called it. I called it at the start. Wow.
All
right, what a best of 3. You know,
if you're going to get off too, I'm actually going to take a break so I can get something to drink. I'll be right back for commentary, but.
All right, take your break, and then I'll leave when you come back.
You sure?
Yeah, get a second, too, to...
I got to get me a Red Bull if I'm going to be here for Grants.
So true.
My day started at 6 a.m.
So true. I understand. All right, guys. You're not free of me yet. I'm sorry. I'm going to close it out. Don't you worry. But, you know I say it a lot, but I really mean it. Thank you for being here, guys. Hope you guys are having as much fun as I have every time I come out here to Xanadu. Every time I take the drive, about 45-minute drive down to Laurel. It's, you know, it's a lot like going to bed, right? You know, you're thinking to yourself, you know, I don't want to drive down to Laurel. You know, I don't want to. I'd just rather, you know, sit in my little computer den all day. But then you get that one little devil off your shoulder, and you drive down. And it's always the right choice. You always have a blast coming down here. There's so many great people. And I always have a blast commentating. I hope you guys enjoy watching, enjoy the great stream. And to be honest with you guys, having just peeked my eyes up at what match is coming up next, they really are spoiling you because I could not think off the top of my head of 2 bigger crowd favorites than the 2 who are coming up next. Oh boy. I'm not even going to say who it is. I'm just going to wait for them to pop up. They're coming. They're on their way. Don't you worry. He's got it. What did you get?
Sugar-free Red Bull.
Sugar-free? Does that do the trick? Let me see that. Sugar-free? with taurine lightly carbonated.
So here's the thing. I went through, like, energy drinks got me through grad school.
Yeah, everything's got it.
I would write 25-page papers over the course of a day and a half, and I would not sleep during that day and a half. I found that since then, I cannot tolerate energy drinks.
Yeah.
I did it for 3 years, and now just the taste of, like, a regular energy drink is just too much for me.
But do you think that tastes good?
I think it tastes acceptable.
Okay.
It is good enough to get the job done and not turn my stomach.
Man, I had such a good setup for the next match. I thought it was going to be Peanut versus Nick District. But they changed it up on me. It's no longer Peanut versus Nick District. I'm sorry, guys. I disappointed you.
That's also one of those that prints money right there.
It really does. Oh, I guess I'm sticking off. You couldn't find a second?
We can find one. If you want to call it for the night, it's no problem. I can take over for solo for set.
All right, yeah, I don't know if I can handle a snake. Ridley.
No problem. Take your break. You've earned it. Thanks for covering for the early bracket.
Yeah, no big deal. You know I love being here. Hey, thank you for being here, guys, and have a great night. Enjoy the musings of Scabs.
Shoutouts to Poe. Always a fun person to cast with. All right, so now Virgo versus Creepooba. We have the Albany Invader versus one of our region's top 2 Ridley players in Creepooba, holding it down with him and Smub. This is already looking a bit difficult here. All the benefits that this character really has, from the big bodied to the big hitboxes, they don't really work out as well here because it's kind of hard to place that nair in a way that isn't going to hit grenades. And we're already starting to see that here. If you come from underneath Snake, then sometimes you'll get the connection, but a lot of times, yeah, it is difficult. Look at that, the armor on the Cypher, enough to actually beat out weak hit of nair too. So this is a lot of Ridley's strengths getting countered here by the inherent characteristics of this Snake. Dash grab going to get punished by that forward tilt though. Now Snake in the corner, and this is where Creepooba thrives, just reacting to every single possible option and then sharking this man, but cannot quite land the up air. Toss him off stage again, this time actually gets clipped by that neutral air and strong enough to kill. I thought Virgo had a good idea with that projectile placement there. I thought that grenade was actually going to clip Creepooba, but no such luck here. So we are at that point where any kind of a grab will do it for Virgo, but look at how smart Creepooba is right here. He is playing a perfect anti-grab game, standing basically at a distance where Snake can't get that dash grab, so he has to go ahead and land that back air to claim the stock. Oh no, double grenade, already 24%. Rough way to come down from the Angel platform on Creep's side. So what we're seeing here is Creepooba basically recognizing that if he plays intelligently at a distance, it's difficult for Snake to open him up. But the problem is when you're on that platform, if Snake toss that hitbox below you, you can be vulnerable to that. Creepooba, like, the game plan was there, but just did not quite have the execution ready. Air dodge used a little bit errantly from Virgo, and that's an easy dash tag for Creep, trying to go ahead and get the up air, not going to connect. And the air dodge again, 2 times in a row, a little bit errant from Virgo, and that cost him the stock. Yeah, just trying to get down in these situations. If you burn that resource of the air dodge, then Ridley has the long-lasting hitboxes necessary to make you pay. So we are at that magic percent again. 160 will be down throw into up tilt. Confirms here from Snake, but we'll see if Virgo can actually claim the stock before the man is even back on stage. All right, great roll away from Creepooba. You definitely saw that attempt coming. Weak out of the back air, not going to claim it. Nikita is out again, and the American air dodge not saving Creepooba that time. Goes high with the up B, and even the dash attack enough to do it at 190. Yeah, it feels like Creepooba's living like fairly long, but he's just not really making too much out of it. Like 40 damage here in the grand scheme of things, given the weight differential between these two characters, that's not a lot of extra credit. Now he's back at edge, back in disadvantage. C4 is out on the platform, and Virgo seems to be making his home right here. This big body of Ridley just is so susceptible to just getting barely clipped by these grenades. Oh, not getting the fastball on that forward air. Means that Creepooba couldn't connect the nair. Actually missing a tech there was Virgo. Up air not going to quite kill. Goes super high here. Do we have the movement mix-ups? We do, but good chase down from Creep. What a tech! He actually got the ceiling tech right there from Virgo. I am stunned that he actually hit that one. It's so hard when you're underneath the stage like that. Got stuck on the platform as Creepooba. He actually rolled away at the edge of the platform, so then Nikita just sat there on his hurt box until he came out of the invuln. The C4, the trickiness from Virgo. He looked like he was in the blast zone set up for a disadvantageous state, but in reality, it was Creepooba that was being threatened by that stealth projectile. So this is an interesting matchup. I really feel like what it's come down to is that in neutral, Virgo definitely has the advantage. Creepooba tried to play passively a couple times, and it just did not work out. He kept getting clipped by a grenade every now and then, and Virgo was at that distance where he could then run in and usually get an aerial after it. What Creepooba has in his back pocket is the exclamation point moments, those stunning sections where he's able to get Virgo off stage and deal like 60 damage, or get him in a spot and kill him even early. So we have to see if Creepooba can build some momentum here in game 2 as we're back on the stadium. I don't think stage really matters here in that game. Definitely didn't play too big of a factor. Snake trying to go low, has to get the tech and does not. Definitely an awkward spot there, and those are like typically tech checks, or we call them an unforced error, but I rarely like call it that when it's in the bottom of PS2. This stage is just so awkwardly shaped, you never know if you're gonna hit the wall of the ceiling. So Creep again, he has that early lead. Actually spot dodges into an F smash, does not quite finish up at 60% though, thank God. Stuck on the platform, misses his tech, and look at this. A full 2-stock lead here for Creepooba. Not just one explosive play, but 2. Trying for a third. This is what all Ridleys do, and I love it. As soon as he gets like any kind of a lead, you try to cash it in. You try to go ahead and start going for those forward smash or up smash reads and kill super early. Very few players in this region can take advantage of a small lead like Creepooba can. Now it's on Virgo. What are we going to see here? I think we need some kind of a change in playstyle because you cannot nickel and dime your way back in here. Or you can if Creepooba drops shield and a couple projectiles and just gives away some free damage. Another neutral there, but good slide off DI that time for Virgo, not getting stuck on the platform again. Betting it all on that up smash, not going to work out. And actually, Virgo did the same right there with the forward tilt. Both of them just desperately trying to claim these stocks. Neither one able to do so, though. The double back air, that move is usually one where you don't see repeated from Snake, so I dig that unusual option from Virgo to draw even in the stock count. Problem is that you are playing on a tripwire right here, the smallest flub. If you lose balance for a split second, you lose the game. Dragging across stage, and that should do it. No, not quite, just barely. Good DI from Virgo, too, to be able to survive there and come back high so that Creepooba cannot try to intercept. Creepooba's starting to play a little bit more patient, a little bit safer. Recognizes here that we're in that spot where Snake can start to threaten kill moves starting around 85 or so with things like any of his smash attacks. C4 is out, but the forward tilt will definitely clean up at 200% even. So yeah, I called it out in game 1 here. We saw those explosive interactions, from Creepooba. And that really was the difference maker. Now the question is, can Virgo settle his nerves? Can he go ahead, take a deep breath, get the pace of play back down to where he wants it, where all of a sudden Creepooba's forced to run in against that wall of explosives that he can put up. Smashville, I am surprised this one isn't banned. Like, this is such a good stage for Ridley. Like, yeah, Snake can go ahead and put the C4 on the top platform and cover a ton of space at center stage, but Ridley covers the entire stage, the entire platform if he's standing underneath it. It is so good for this character with things like up smash and up tilt, as well as just, well, nair. If you wanted a way to make Ridley nair better, it's on this stage. All right, that is a very optimistic punish, Creepooba. I think Snake forward tilt's like -20 on shield, so that's you're not getting the forward smash out of that one. Good fast fall back there to go ahead and break out a disadvantage from Virgo. And so far, despite the percentage differential, this is a relatively even game, but look at that fireball. Perfect placement from Creepooba. It sends such an awkward angle that, like, I don't know what options Virgo had. You just have to up B in that spot. The single hit jab into, all right, hold up, what you gonna do next? All right, Creepooba trying to find the correct solution to this choose-your-own-adventure puzzle that is Snake's projectile counterplay, but unable to get a solution in time. I just love the way that Virgo sets up these edge traps. Missed grab, and the C4 actually switched positions there. Was stuck on Ridley for a split second. Neutral air and dash attack, Ridley B and B changing the positioning here. And now we got the back air lingering so deep right there was Creepooba. Those multiple jumps from Ridley paying dividends, not allowing Snake a moment to breathe and get an angle correct for his up B. Weak neutral air into the forward tilt, into the missed tech. This is a ton of damage here. And all of a sudden, Creepooba's taking this tiny lead and has started to cash in. Cypher bailing Snake out right there, but Creepooba unable to land the up smash. Again, the fast fall projectile doing a great job at getting Virgo back down to stage. And Cypher also kind of bailing him out a couple times now. Creepooba's been trying to get a forward tilt going. He's been a little bit too slow, and Cypher has just ruined his edge trap attempt. How do we land? Good air dodge away. I really like that option. No B reverses. Just get me to corner. Weak hit of the back air, not going to claim it. I think that ledge snap was an accident on Creepooba. I think he wanted to go off stage and try to set something up. Drag him off stage again, but great mash from Virgo. That match saved his life, potentially his stock, but no, the up tilt. Full rage on Creepooba's side, more than enough to claim the game. And finish the set as well, 2-1 on Creepooba's side, so Virgo, good run here, ending on winner's side at quarters. Have to go ahead and continue the run on the loser's side of bracket. So, y'all, thank you so much for sticking with me. Hope you enjoy the solo commentary here. Sorry that we don't have too many commentators here this evening. I think that a lot of folks decided to go ahead and take the night off since we got the big event coming up tomorrow in Xanadu Homecoming. So a lot of folks just like, yeah, no, maybe I don't go ahead and play till midnight on Friday and then enter bracket at noon on Saturday. So let's see if we can't go ahead and provide a bit of a bracket update as well. As I go ahead and struggle with the Xanadu Wi-Fi here, I think we have Nick, District, and Peanut setting up here on the other side of winner's quarters. And let's see here if I can actually find out where other folks are. So ZD 2-0 over Mang, and then 2-0 over TrapHoodHighlights. So ZD sitting in winner semis versus KingRoBo. Creepooba going to be facing off the winner of these two, Peanut and Nick District, a.k.a. Sonder. Now we've got Virgo and Sora J on losers round 5, and Fiji versus the winner, or excuse me, loser of this set on the other side of losers round 5. Also, we're looking for Boat and Distinct Madness will be most likely coming up next on stream. Winner of that faces off against ASN, who we saw lose against KingRoBo in our previous winners' quarters.
The Swordfighter. Roll!
All right, so it looks like we have Peanut versus Nick District stepping up. I talked to Nick a little bit. Looks like Nick District going to be trying out a couple of his other characters here, trying to go ahead and work on his secondaries rather than rely on the Wii Fit trainer tonight. And speaking of secondaries, we got Peanut's Swordfighter, regarded as one of the worst characters in the game. We've actually been seeing Peanut put in a little bit of work here, albeit against a couple players' secondaries as of late. I think he'd won a Xanadu, if I recall correctly, over Pink Fresh's Marth, I believe, relatively recently. On the other side, Nick District embracing the cheese that is Rob to go alongside his Steve and Wii Fit trainer. And good God, does he just like look at the most tilting characters and be like, yeah, I want that. That sounds good for me. I'm curious if Peanut has the reflector here, because in this matchup may be a powerful tool. So for those of you who don't see too much of Swordfighter, that tornado is the big deciding factor in this character's toolkit. Basically, it connects into a ton of aerials and can lead to super early kills. Looks like we have the charge on the side B instead of the reflector as well, so give this character a little bit of a burst option. Chakram has a ton of crazy angles, too, that you can go ahead and toss out and just catch your opponents lacking there. It can linger for so long. It's such a good ledge trapping tool. Down throw into the forward air. Solid throw combos in this character, too, and if you DI incorrectly, you may find yourself dying to down throw into up air, like, super early. Because for some reason, this character's up airs and down airs, like, some of the best in the game. Up B, though, looks like Peanut has one of the worst ones. Or it's good with killing, not great with recovering. Oh, cannot actually take advantage of that missed tech right there on Nick's side. Look at Peanut, the single hit fair and just waiting out to see what Nick is going to do. Quite get the up air at this percentage. Peanut's still going for those confirms, though. Gets the trip, here's Nick, but unable to really confirm too much off of it. It feels like Peanut's DI has been really good, and then catching the aggressive options with that up smash. Neutral air into the side B right there for solid damage on Peanut and full stage control. Gets the whirlwinds into a reset situation there on that platform. This character is so devastating with those plats. Rotor arms will clean up the stock, as is tradition with this character. And finishing it with the JV2 is Peanut right there. It just feels as though, for some reason, this man's Swordfighter actually looking pretty polished. Like, Peanut, in addition to having just the B&B combos that you learn just by, okay, I picked up this character, I understand which moves link, he kind of knows the 50-50s, and he knows how to frame trap with this character. Peanut, why are you putting time into Swordfighter? You already play a low-tier character in Little Mac. I'm begging you, pick up a top-tier secondary. Please.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right, same stage here on game 2, and Nick trying that the old Rob B&B of just like down tilt your shield a couple times, and then eventually I'll stop and try dash grab. It's like the Rob down tilt shenanigans. They remind me of tick throws from the traditional fighting games. Okay, the Chakram confirms into the forward smash on Peanut's side. That's one of those angles that I was telling you about. If you try to standard get up against this character, Chakram can sometimes eat you alive at slow animation. Slow but deadly. Trying to go for the down air here. And I feel if Nick can go ahead and hit that, or just a rotor arms, this match gets a lot harder. Look at that up B. It doesn't really have any kind of a distance to it. So Nick, if he hit literally anything off stage right there, it would have cleaned that stock up here. Also, why are we in Sad Boy Hour right now? We've got No Future and Sewers as the tag. I don't know what's wrong with both of these two here, but neither one of them are optimistic all of a sudden here on the Friday Night Grind. Nick District, come on. Just the center stage rotor arms, please. I'm mad that he got a stock off of that. All right, jump up with the aggressive up B right there, and it's one of the weaknesses of those chocolates. You can see how like small the disjoint is actually there. Down throw into that up air, definitely a DI check for sure. Rob might get trapped with that a little bit longer because he's a big body, but I'm not positive. Most characters there would have gotten out at that percent. Oh, were you going for the suicide? Yeah, if that wasn't Rob, that might have worked, but this character has a good recovery. Again, Nick doing a good job of trying to fiend for something off stage, but Peanut is a little bit trickier than one would expect. Down air, down throw, up air yet again here, and Nick still not getting out of it. This is starting to look true, because that was actually a pretty good DI, and he was still trapped by it. And Curse of playing big body characters, man. One thing that I'd like to see, actually, is Rotor Arms does actually function as a reflector, so perhaps if Nick is feeling super risky, he can go ahead and use that into one of those whirlwinds to try to go ahead and get a kill set of his own. Okay, rolling directly into Rob's greasy grasp. Easy up throw to get that kill, and are we dead? No, good air dodge, and we're at that percentage where it's no longer going to get a 50-50. And then the fully charged laser in the opposite direction, perhaps not the option. So that's 2 JV2s in a row there on Peanut's side to claim the set. So that was a bit of a quick set right there. We are seeing unique characters here at the grind. Both players probably taking a minute to rest their minds here after grinding a little bit in preparation for homecoming tomorrow. And y'all, I know you might be tired of me saying it, but we got a big event going on tomorrow. 311 people last I saw. We raised the cap. We actually removed it for a whole day to add as many people as possible because our wait list was like 50+ names. So Xanadu Homecoming, we're going to be going live on 2 streams, VGBC 1 and 2, starting at 3 p.m. tomorrow. And this is just the second in a series of 4 events. Head on over to start.gg/Xanadu 500 for additional details. But the long and short of it is that we have Melee starting up next Saturday, and then the Saturday after that, 64 and Brawl. And y'all, I got to give you a sneak peek preview of who's going to be stopping by at Xanadu Legends. We have some of the top talent on the East Coast, including Zane stopping by. In addition, we're going to have some of the top commentators as MDVA's very own June and Orhe will be here to handle some of the latter half of the bracket. It's going to be a fun time, y'all. 500 Xanadus. How can you not come out for these? We've been around for far too long. You know you've been around for far too long when your commentator has gray hair. That's all I'm saying. I've noticed that it's coming in my beard now. I need to get my AARP card going real quick. So, y'all, thank you so much for stopping by and sticking with me. I know that I've been relentlessly drilling the homecoming thing going for a little bit, but we're trying to get as many folks, or as many eyes on that as possible. We got like folks like Tweak stopping by from Tri-State. It's gonna be a fun event. Plus, like I got like 36 people applying for commentary. I did the lineups here, and I'm so happy with all of the folks that managed to make it out there. And also shout out to all the folks here that were giving me the love in chat. I do very much appreciate it. I haven't been shouting it out too much, but I have been paying attention in between the games. Also, for Kleptomaniac, Peanut actually has a good Roy. Like I played his Roy a couple times, and he's won like games off of PR players. I don't know why he doesn't just go Roy. All right, now we've got ZZ versus KingRoBo, and this is a matchup that I am all too familiar with because I am an oppressed K-Rool player, and in this matchup, I genuinely don't know what K-Rool does once Fox gets started. The other K-Rools feel rather similar. Basically, the matchup is going to be if KingRoBo can get ZD off stage and or just like kill him at 30, he has hope. If not, Fox can kind of do what he wants. K-Rool's out of shield gameplay is rather telegraphed. It's basically up tilt and up smash. Drag down into forward smash, and that will do it. Those tech chase situations, doesn't matter that K-Rool's a bit of a big old boy. He's going to die early when ZD gets those reads at edge. Oh, drag down into the miss tech this time, and look at the damage. Bursting out with that nair, though, so that is one thing that K-Rool certainly has in this disadvantageous state. Drag down again. Look at how easy it is to hit drag downs in big bodies. A lot of y'all don't know this, but a lot of the super heavies have a delayed air dodge. Like, their air dodge just isn't good. I think it's frame 5 or 6 for K-Rool. I want to say 5. And because of that, like, you have to nair at a disadvantage or air dodge, and that gives you, like, air dodge that slow, and that gives you, like, as a fast character like Fox, so many powerful options to get things like forward air drag downs that typically aren't true on the vast majority of the cast. Dash attack will clean up the landing option here, and you have to make these lead traps work, but that's the problem. You get one chance against Fox. Robo said, I think you're going to jump. He fared, which is a quick move with not a lot of lag. He guessed wrong and died for it. How dare you swing wrong? You best come correct if you're going to hit Fox. Finally claimed the stock there is Robo, though, so this is a point where I do feel like at low percent, like, K-Rool can actually hang around in neutral. It's just once Fox hits that one hit, then pain drain. Dash grab not going to work out for Robo, and actually a rare miss from ZD, but that's toast. A missed tech again. Robo has to go ahead and make sure that he has those. You cannot have unforced errors against a Fox in general, and against ZD in particular.
Stop battle. Fox, K-Rool.
All right, going into game 2, I would not be surprised if we see something like a town and city or a battlefield, but no, it looks like I wouldn't be surprised if those are the stages that were banned. Really, I don't feel like there's a ton of stages that make a huge difference in this matchup. Like, yeah, go ahead and take this one so that you can kill a little bit earlier with things like up throw of your King K-Rool, but yeah, ZD has the perfect mentality for this matchup. It's basically just run away, go ahead and toss out a bunch of projectiles, and then once Robo comes in, react to the hitbox he tries to toss out. Basically, if you want to learn how to beat King K-Rool with punishing, character has lag, so hurt him for it. Missed tech again, and missed grab. That's what a good little like empty hop right there from ZD to just put Robo into such an awkward position at edge. Gets the nair, then punishes the roll afterwards. The nair might have been safe, but everything that comes afterwards was not. No crown here for the king, and now Robo manages to grab it back, but for how long? I gotta love crown armor. So for those of y'all who don't know how that works, crown armor is different than belly armor. Basically, if the move doesn't do 14.4%, it will not knock King K-Rool out of his animation there. Oh, an opportunity for Robo. He could have killed Fox into like 3 different ways right there when he missed the tech on that platform, but unfortunately he guessed wrong with the up air, and because of that, he's gonna take 52 damage. You have to kill this. Oh, could not land the 2-frame of the down air though. Safe air dodge right there. I take the neutral one. Dash attack. Looks like that actually traded rather than hit with the belly armor. Yeah, ZD not going to get tricked out by those day 1 inhale shenanigans. Interesting option there on the high angle. How does Robo actually get down? Good air dodge to the platform, and up throw should just finish it off. So now this is an opportunity right here for Robo. He might be down a full stock, but this is certainly one of those where you have to utilize the fact that you're a heavyweight. And then all the rage is gone. You can't miss those techs against ZD. Oh, it's so miserable. I was going to say, like, with rage, like, you can kill Fox at, like, 50. Without rage, now you got to play neutral against him. Good luck. Take the back air right there, solid damage, and the crown is out, but he's getting very little out of these crown options as an approach tool. Like, as a defensive option, he's getting good trades, but like, oh, you're just dead. That back air is one of the strongest in the game. Like, that is an easy spike at 50%, I think, before the hit. ZD was dead. So now Robo, with that explosive option, suddenly this is an even game, and ZD has to be on notice. Again, the missed tech, though. ZD extends the combo. Slow fall nair gets parried here. The second slow fall nair, just shield and then wait. ZD playing very patient, trying to just make sure there's no holes in his game plan for Robo to exploit. And that DI, not quite what we needed to see right there.
Returning to base.
Definitely a spot where I think Robo was probably trying to buffer a roll, perhaps, because it looked like he was holding straight in. You want to hold up a little bit when you get hit with Fox back air in that spot so that you go to the top of the stage, into the corner, rather than just directly vertical.
Fox. Pokemon Trainer.
All right, so we are going into Game 3 here, and Robo pulling out the secondary, actually. So this is something that he's been talking about quite a bit. Pokemon Trainer's been one of those that he feels like it covers a lot of the unfortunate matchups that King K. Rool has. I don't know if Fox is one of those unfortunate matchups, though, is the messed up part. Like, it's not great, but it's also not one of the 70-30s. Down throw to up B, solid B and Bs here. Easy early damage here from Robo. This is definitely one of those areas where Squirtle shines. I feel like Squirtle's a character that can certainly hang around with Fox in neutral. Can even claim early stocks by carrying him off stage into an early Ivy swap. Speaking of the Ivy swap, here we are at this mid percentage. We all know what Ivysaur can do in these situations. We are basically one grab or one confirm away from ZD making an early exit here. I love that up B from ZD. Like, you have to be tricky with your angles, and so far he has really not given Robo any opportunities in any of these 3 games to intercept his recoveries. A lot of lag right there, but look at the DI from that. Actually, I think ZD DI'd that one up, which was the perfect response right there at that percentage. A little bit too much rage for Robo to get it confirmed at that percentage. Okay, just do it. That's the Charizard special. Just whenever you're in an awkward spot, land with a hitbox, and they're probably going to die for it. The Squirtle at 149%, though, I'm not sure about that. He died to first hit up air. At some point, you did that to yourself. One of the lighter characters in the game, not surprised that literally any move Fox has kills. Up air train there from ZD. Solid damage here on Robo's second stock, and now just keeping the pain going. That's what we love to see. Whenever you can call out those obvious switches from Pokemon Trainer, it becomes so much more difficult to get out of disadvantage. That's Ivysaur's biggest weakness, is that the character just doesn't have a get-off-me tool. Good tech chase right there from ZD2, and that second stock was immaculate. We got to see something special here, unless Robo needs to go ahead and make the climb from loser's bracket. Up tilt strings, solid damage here from ZD, and I love that he actually flickers his shield in between those to get those parries. That's a purposeful thing. He recognizes when the combo is no longer true, flickers shield whenever he thinks that his opponents are going to try to land with a hitbox. High recovery going to get snuffed out by that first up air, but no more, so only a good bit of damage. Not quite get that up B intercept here. And then the odd hitbox, actually, of that Nair. That's unfortunate right there. Robo did everything right in that spot to send ZD off stage and set up for a lead trap, but instead he lost stage control because he sent ZD back on stage. So a 3-0 as the counter pick does not quite do what KingRoBo was looking for. And he'll have to go ahead and claw through loser's bracket here with the K Rool if he wants to continue to make that bracket run. All right, y'all, so thank you so much for sticking with us here. We are into the latter bit of a bracket. We've got losers. I think we got one loser's match coming up, and then the other side of winners semis. Also, shout out to a few of the folks that I saw stopping by, Pink Fresh and Hazmat. What's good, y'all? Thanks for stopping by Xanadu stream. Hazmat, I got to ask you this one. I got told earlier in stream that somebody asked me, why does Scabs look like Hazmat if he escaped from an Amish family? I don't know what that means, and I'm curious onto your take. I've heard... We said the Professor Brothers once before. I've definitely heard that I just look like Hazmat before, but the Amish one is a new twist. Also, Cardi SSB, thanks so much for stopping by. What's good? So we've had a couple folks in bracket tonight. We haven't had as many of the visitors from Tri-State down this evening. I think a lot of folks are going to be showing up tomorrow afternoon since the tournament doesn't really get started in earnest until 3 p.m. If y'all don't know, that is Xanadu Homecoming, 311 people, last I checked. It is going to be stacked for sure. In addition, we had a few people asking about ZD, so what ended up happening was that he did get banned from a couple of locals, but we don't have a regional ban committee here. Xanadu banned him for a couple weeks, and then we basically had a few folks talk to him. And really, that's the thing, is that dude wasn't trying to hurt anybody, and like a lot of folks know him on stream, and in YouTube is like the salty guy, and he's actually not really like that too much. Like most of the folks here that have like had exchanged words with him after a bracket, they talk to him afterwards and like joke around and stuff like that. He's really not a salty dude, but like in the moment, he gets really pressured. Yeah, he has to do a better job of controlling that, and we made that very clear to him, and they're fairly confident that he's going to get that under control. Yeah, this is not a dude who's going to like start a fight in Xanadu or anything like that. Nobody is at risk. All right, so we got Peanut stepping up against Creepooba. This is going to be Ridley versus the main here. So Peanut's been doing a couple secondaries so far, but Little Mac out to play here against this terror in Creepooba's Ridley. So far here, I feel like this is a matchup where if Peanut actually gets like his feet set in neutral, it's actually surprisingly hard for Creepooba to play around. He has to only do retreating moves, because if he like puts himself in a spot where he actually like gives Little Mac the opportunity to offside a move with armor, he's gonna lose. And then you have to deal with KO punch. Like, there's not a lot of aerial mobility on Ridley's side when he has to use those multi-jumps out. Eventually he has to land, and everything loses KO punch. Peanut off stage there. That neutral air barely missing, actually. Goes for the counter, but great use of the command grab right there by Creepooba to snuff out one of Peanut's few ledge options. It's one of those where, like, Little Mac really struggles when he's pinned in the corner and trying to get back from ledge. In particular, you basically have aggressive side beat, aggressive counter, both of which can get called out. And if you fail at that, well, it's like, well, good luck. Try to go ahead and have a jumping aerial with Little Mac. I dare you. Side B again called out, and we're just seeing this from Creepooba. The second that he gets Peanut in the corner, he does not let up. And yeah, once you use that side B, you do not get it back. If you get hit, you only have one use off stage. And you have to go ahead and reset it by setting 2 feet on stage or a platform. Again, Peanut in the corner. Creepooba's ledge trapping has just been phenomenal, and his neutral has really just optimized that so far. Good use of the counter right there. Creepooba has to really be careful about how he recovers. If you get that linear lower angle, Peanut can just do the drop down counter every single time. It's really hard to mess that one up. KO punch offline right there with that back air. So now Creepooba can go back to play a relatively stress-free neutral. It's one of those where, like, yeah, you have to be aware of Little Mac, because it is Little Mac still, but you're no longer threatened to get killed at 30. Good parry there from Peanut. And then the aggressive side B, I did that confirm right there. Full stage control here. How does Creepooba get back to stage? So far, no options are working out, as Peanut had just had answer after answer, but he puts himself in the corner, and that was a fatal mistake. He bet it all on that side B, and the second that it missed, it was curtains for Peanut's Mag. So we're back on Town and City, it looks like, and I would not be surprised to not see too many counter picks here. Unless Peanut feels like he can go ahead and pull out the me Swordfighter again, I think we're done with secondaries here for the foreseeable future. And Creepooba, I don't know if I've ever seen Creepooba play any other character other than Ridley, even in friendlies. This man is dedicated to his main. Kind of seeing what neutral looks like between these two. Both of them want to go ahead and space out their attack so that it hits just the tip to force a tech chase situation, or to make sure that the opponent cannot respond. Oh my, he got the Gazelle Punch. Okay, that is a phenomenal bit of Mac tech. If you do a rising KO punch, there's two things you can do. You can do one where it's in the air, where it's significantly weaker, or if you do it immediately, the second that you touch the ground, called the Gazelle Punch, you get the grounded hitbox out, which is significantly stronger. We saw it right there. It's such a tight input window that you often see it like come out with the aerial one and it not working nearly as well. But Peanut, he's got that tech down pat, seen that plenty of times. Down tilt's not going to go ahead and get that 2-frame, but instead it sets up for that so well. Peanut does that so well at edge. He'll use a couple hitboxes that will scoop from the ledge. He'll toss them out to basically force you to choose an option, and then he can just set up and react to the option with Little Mac's 2-frame jab. So you down tilt, jab to just cover like standard get up, and then you cancel that jab into a grab. It's one of those where it covers like the frame of invulnerability on the standard get up really, really well. Dash attack goes ahead and forces Creepooba to edge, and then the forward tilt, full stage control. Look at that from Mac. He was a frame away from getting that forward tilt and just like maintaining a full cross-stage tech chase. Insane. And look at that option right there. That's again one of those where Peanut's setting up for any kind of an option at edge. That time, he actually got the hit, but oh my, Creepooba! He doesn't miss those forward smashes. I am stunned that we are not seeing a game here. Instead, Peanut manages to get 2 feet on the ground and immediately get that up B going. Frames away from claiming the game was Creepooba with that perfect, or almost perfectly positioned F smash. But instead, turns out he's just gonna go ahead and think of his own bans. Yeah, it's definitely a heartbreaker way to lose the game. It's always one of those where you can't blame that on anybody but yourself. That's one of those where he had the reaction, he chose the proper option, and usually Creepooba does not miss forward smashes. He only guesses correctly with that move. A little bit of a change of scenery here for Game 3, but so far neutral playing out much the same way. Peanut just tapping shield with down tilt and then daring Creepooba to try to go ahead and respond aggressively. Up tilt into up B, we get the kill confirm there, we do. That didn't look true. I think Creepooba jumped out of that. That's one of those where it's such an awkward spot because if you directional air dodge out of it and Mac does nothing, you just die to forward smash. Alternatively, if you try to jump out of it and the percent window isn't perfect, you get caught with it because your double jump isn't particularly high. We're already seeing a little bit of the Peanut special, just dash dancing underneath the platforms and then immediately just mashing that up tilt. It's such a good tool here for Little Mac in that spot. Like, what do you actually do about that? It's just, I think the reverse hit of it is just about safe on shield in this matchup. You have to use the double jump and then expends an early counter, but Creepooba does not bite. Great patience right there, waiting out Mac's predictable options. Dancing again, just trying to go ahead and get one opening, but Creepooba so far really doing a good job of not hitting buttons at mid-stage. Like, the worst thing that you can do against Little Mac is to start mashing against him when you have the space to wait him out. That double down tilt actually confirmed, and I don't like that. That is insane. Great counter right there from Peanut to maintain control of the KO punch right here, and he's going to keep hold of it for another stock as he lands that up smash to claim the kill. This is, get hit once in your dead territory. Please, Creepooba, don't let it be here. Don't get hit with like up tilt or down tilt into it. Oh, tech chase situation, but Peanut chooses not to jump. Awkward spot right there. Perhaps afraid of a get-up attack, knocking him out of the jump. Forcing a tech again, but again, great get-up attack by Creepooba. Feels like the broad hitbox on that move can really dissuade the aggression from Peanut. No double jump right here, so has to use the air dodge, has to use up B, and easy stock. Please don't die to this. Okay, thank God Creepooba actually jumped away that time successfully. I would have been tilted for the man if he got hit by up tilt once at 50. He got hit by up tilt again and then immediately died. Oh, there's no side B. I think we are just dead here. Yeah, he does use the air dodge, but not enough. And that shows exactly why this matchup can be so volatile. Even though Peanut was performing phenomenally on stage, the second that he gets caught out without both his air dodge and his side B, he needs both, he just dies. It's so easy for Ridley to just nair the character. Yep, whenever you got a linear recovery, you need every card that you can play. And unfortunately, an awkward way to end the game is Peanut just one tool away from making it backstage. But instead, for game 4 here, we're on small battlefield. Interesting option here. It's one of those where, like, I feel like the difference between small battlefield and PS2 is relatively minimal. It helps out a little bit. The platforms are a little bit higher here, or should mean higher on PS2, so you can kill a little bit earlier with things like Ridley up smash. So perhaps that's what Peanut is looking for. Plus, these platforms I think are a little bit better positioned for his up tilt to cover the whole thing. Oh, we got the speaking of up tilt coverage right there. He tried for the kill with that up B, but not quite going to work out, and instead, very nearly losing his own stock for it. I think he air dodged into the blast zone right there. Oh, he had to re-side beat a little bit too early. That looked like that was survivable. All right, Peanut, calm down. Man lands one smash attack on your shield and tries to do it 2 more times in a row. It's like, please, can I get 1? Up B seems to be the tried and true kill confirm here that Peanut has been looking for, claiming that stock relatively early. Only 8% extra credit here, and now we're just doing it. It's gone from this is a kill confirm to this is just a good move. I'm just gonna do it. Good punish. Like I need Creepooba to start punishing the rapid double smash attack on shield. Up tilt into KO punch. Yeah, just this character's a little bit silly when he's got KO punch and a solid defensive mentality. What do you actually do in that situation? The answer is, I hope you have a sword. Oh, there's the secondary mix-up right there. So Peanut did smash attack into pivot charge smash attack to outspace him. I'm loving these little interactions, both players adapting to what the opponent's trying to do and tossing in new wrinkles into their game plan. Like Peanut he looks like a little bit of a goofy guy if you know his know it from his streaming, but he's actually like super intelligent in the way he plays this game. Got to give respect to the little things that these players do. Reverse neutral air not quite going to connect in that spot, forces another tech chase situation on the platform and unable to get that upbeat. Oh no, please. He used the KO punch though, so second lease on life, but still intercepted. The edge guarding opportunities from Creepooba's Ridley were immaculate. This man did not miss a single nair off stage. Peanut, certainly a wily player. Now, you know that this is a man who is used to being edge guarded, a man that is used to having to trick his opponents to earn his right back to stage. And usually, he's smart enough to go ahead and make it back a couple times. But the Ridley Nair is such an overpowering, over-centralizing even tool off stage. You don't have to choose which aerial to hit. You just have to hit the A button. Wait for their hitbox to be anywhere near you and then hit the A button. It's super simple to hit, but you have to give credit to Creepooba for hitting it 10 out of 10 times, because if he messes up once and Peanut gets back to stage with that KO punch and that last stock lasted situation, I'm betting all my money on Peanut to take the game, and perhaps the set. All right, so that sets up Creepooba versus ZD for winners semis. This is a matchup that ZD is famously hates. Like if this man could delete one character from Smash, it would not be Steve. It would not be Kazuya. It would 100% be Ridley. It's just, the character is so low risk, high reward in several situations, particularly with his nairs off stage, that characters like, we already saw what he does to characters with linear recoveries like Mac. Well, Fox isn't much better. All right, so game 1, the counter pick is out, actually. Looks like we are getting Wolf to start the evening here.
3,
So yeah, as I mentioned before the set, ZD has made it very clear that he does not like Fox in this matchup. It's just one of those where, like, Creepooba, he's demonstrated time and time again that it doesn't matter how good your neutral is. You can 0 to death me 4 times in a row. I'll get a back throw at 0, and you just will not come back every single time. Wolf at least has a little bit of a different flavor to his recovery with things like his side B, plus the ability to just, like, delete your stocks at 60. Very nearly what we saw there with that forward air, back air confirmed. Tossing off stage again, set up the edge trap. Bread and butter from ZD, dominating in neutral when he has center stage. Great grab to reset the situation. All right, so basically second verse, same as the first here. We're just seeing like ZD rinse and repeat. He's been very reluctant to run in because he knows that if he gets hit with like 1 or 2 moves, he gets forced to the corner, he's very likely to just instantly explode. Instead, he's got Creepooba at kill percent, but this is the problem. You have to finish your plate, and goes for the over-aggressive forward smash, but the neutral air, not stale enough to prevent that from claiming the stock. Great spot dodge right there, making sure that that forward air is safe. Getting a little bit of a Dexter flare off of that, like, immediate attempt to include Shine in combo. That's one of those things where, like, I see CDK do it, I see Jackal do it occasionally. Dexter's, like, the only Wolf in MDVA that I know that, like, combos off of Shine that much. Oh, he tried to roll away, but could not quite get far enough. And look at that. Even though he gets the reflect on the double fireball, he still just puts himself in a situation where, like, there's nothing he can do. He's got that linear recovery. He has to immediately double jump and up B, and Creepooba's going to hit that nair every single time. Oh no, don't get carried off stage and die at 40. Why didn't he listen to me? He got carried off stage and died at 40. Really, it just shows how, like, crazy this matchup can be. Creepooba hit 1 confirm, he got 1 read off stage, and that's it, dead. Back air not quite going to connect, nor is the up tilt here. Creepooba doing a good job at playing defensively and dodging those big hits, but he just could not get back to stage. It's always good if you can go ahead and just prevent yourself from getting cleaned up immediately, if you can just, you know, force them to go ahead and tap it in with a stronger smash attack. But if you're not getting a hit out of it, you're not really making too much. Well, no, definitely. Definitely. All right, we're joined by Cheddar, so we got the space animal expert here up and on.
Hello. Hi, Scraps.
What's good, Cheddar? Good to cast with you.
I'm about to leave, but I wanted to see this matchup go down.
So we already kind of saw why ZD hates the matchup. He was winning in neutral, and then he got carried off stage and died at 40, and then he died off stage at like 70.
Yeah.
That's the matchup.
I was playing Creep in this for a bit. Oh.
That'll do, yeah.
I was going to say he's not... Like, if you ever seen Smub play, he'll get the F tilt on up B 1,000 out of 1,000 times.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. He do it like eyes closed.
He's so good at 2-framing, yeah.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing different from Creep and Smub. Creep has a ridiculous neutral though. So does Smub, but Creep is just
I feel
different.
like Creep is more defensive. Like, Smub will sometimes get a little bit antsy and he'll bet it all on something like an up smash. Creep,
Yeah.
I've seen Creep miss like single-digit F smashes in his life.
if Smub is up a stock, you're getting W. Like, he's gonna send it. He's gonna gimp you. It's like, I asked him, like, what are you doing? He's like, risk reward, man. You're dead. I'm up. I'm like, it's like, okay. So yeah, will he switch? No.
Yeah, I think we're sticking with the Wolf.
Is this best of 3?
This is 5. Yeah, we're in winners finals now.
Cool. The only thing that I learned about this matchup from playing is if you drift in aerial as Wolf, you're trolling. You always have to have that slight pullback to bait out the Ridley out of shield nair. And then Moyu told me that the nair is, oh yeah, he's making me eat my words. That looked like Smub. That looked like Smub.
That was beautiful with a 2-frame, and again, he 0 to death him off of like a down tilt. He caught ZD's double jump twice.
Yeah, he told me to really creep. He told me that he really tries to just catch jumps and kill you. Like, doesn't matter. Like, if you mass jump, he's just gonna go for the kill.
Yeah, and these characters with linear recoveries like seem to just get eaten alive by that. Between Smub and Creepooba, like, there are so many players that like come to MDVA and be like, oh, I hate the Ridley matchup now.
I hate it. No, I'm a believer. I used to be like, yeah, Wolf, it's even. No, you actually die in 1 hit.
Yeah, it's like Wolf has the tools to dominate neutral, but it's kind of like within the realm of human possibility. You have to just never make a mistake near
That's what I'm saying.
edge.
Like, on paper, I think Wolf wins. But like in a bracket setting where one hit kills you, that's just it only has the bracket factor. That's why I feel like Ridley wins a bit only in bracket. Also, what I was saying, if you have to pull back on the spacing. Like, you see how you just full drift in there. You can never do that. You always have to space it back and bait out the Ridley out of shield.
True. I mean, the only time I've ever seen him like successfully get drift in aerials is when he crosses up with forward air. And even that's kind of risky.
Even then, like, they could just like
up smash or up
tilt.
tilt.
I was gonna say do like a random up smash, do anything else, like, cause this is Creepy's locked in.
Is it time for the Ridley Ditto? Because ZD has a Ridley now.
I hope he would go. Maybe his Palin maybe. I don't know. ZD can go everyone and win, but Spacey's versus Ridley is an L.
It is certainly a tilting matchup because you feel like you're doing everything right, and then all of a sudden you're dead.
Yeah, even that didn't kill. Wow, Wolf really needs rage. If he doesn't get the kill here, I'm really afraid.
Up tilt.
Up smash. He was late on this reaction. He knows. Sucks. Yeah,
certainly right there. That's one of those where you get the right read, you get the right reaction, and then just a little bit too slow. But great parry into the dash attack. So now this is certainly doable. Really, what we need to see is like a fair back air kill at like 90%.
Oh, no, that's the thing.
We don't need to see exactly this.
Ridley is actually like light. He's the light heavy. So Ridley actually dies to like at 70, like from fair. Yeah, see, right? It's just negative on hit. You have to drift out.
Face the wrong way to get that jab. So this is low damage down throw combos with Wolf. Even when you're done, you're never actually done.
No, you're not. Especially as whatever Ridley is. He's especially as a big body. You're gonna eat 90. Yeah, he's at 80. ZD not reacting. It sucks to see because I know he reacts every time to roll. It's just the Ridley factor.
But he's resetting the situation. He's trying to draw even. We just need to get that big hit.
He's finding his footing. I think if he doesn't get touch of death, he could win the next game. Guaranteed. That sucks.
Was that an up tilt? I think I heard trying to come out there. That was a good option, but yeah, Ridley Nair, good move. Surprise.
Like right now, this is a scenario where I actually don't know what to do. When we're both at kill percents, but he's up a stock. It's like if I miss, I kind of just die. Okay, he's locking it down the ledge though.
I feel like that's one of those where that's one weakness that I'll say that ZD's game plan. A lot of times he'll go for the forward throw instead of the up tilt. It's the same frame data. So in that spot, I'm just like, just go for the up tilt and take the stock instead of reset the situation.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's like he likes to play it safe though in that spot. Okay, no, don't. He jumped away.
Can't jump the ledge. That was a really good reversal. Get out. Don't try to reversal him back. Just get out.
Please.
There we go.
Not like this, ZD.
Rack it up. He gets his ledge trap to death.
Ooh, no, you're toast.
Sucks to get hit by.
I don't care how good your match is, you're not getting out of that.
That sucks. If he hit a fair on that side B, he was definitely going to kill him.
Yeah, I 100% think so. That was either fair down air or fair bear territory.
I think it was fair. I think it was fair bear. Well, I would have done fair bear flash.
Ooh, yeah, that's one.
Because that was just he was just sitting
there. Just send it?
Yeah, he was just sitting in endless lag. And Ridley's going to hit by the spike hitbox no matter what because he's huge.
That is something I don't actually see ZD go for fair flash too much.
He's better than me. He goes for the guaranteed stuff.
Yeah,
he knows how to win. All right, come on. Don't get touched to death. We win. And you have to shoot laser. You can't. You have to play so lame. Look, just like I don't think Creep is shielded one time.
Yeah, he basically just dashes in, dashes out, and then he'll just do a rising nair.
Yeah, you have to lock down the dash in, dash out with laser. He's taking 33 from laser.
It's such a good move.
It's fair.
It's such a good move. It's unreasonably. It's at the perfect speed where it's slow enough to be inconvenient, but not too slow to not be like useful.
It's like an auto mix-up because it's so slow. And then if you like try to go and punish it, get hit by the bayonet.
I hate that so much.
Broken.
Yeah.
Okay, he's at the ledge. I'm not gonna touch to death. Amazing empty grab. He's starting to shield a lot now. This is what all players do. They try to kill Wolf in one hit, but then they take 100 back, and now they're at backer kill percent, so they start spamming shield. So I would love to see some empty lands.
Yeah, just to make him a little bit less comfortable to just hold the defensive option, yeah. We get neutral. Oh, the slide off DI was clutch right there from Creep.
So unlucky. That is the mix. That is that mix.
The up smash?
The directional air dodge right down immediately. Because you think Wolf's going to land with the arrow like always. They just directional air dodge away. You can't punch him.
And Wolves do like their buttons.
I can't lie, you're right. I just love buttons in this game.
Used to, and then you're just like, oh wait, no buttons is better than buttons for some reason.
Oh my god, he died. And yeah, you're right. I just jump around. I cannot believe he died there, actually.
Yeah, that's definitely one of those where like close to max rage. Otherwise, I definitely would have done it.
I'm so locked into the set when ZD's at 0. Because it's just kill percent.
Agreed. Yeah, it's so weird because like basically ZD has a window from like 0 to 60 where he's liable to die in one hit, and then you get to play neutral.
Accidental air dodge. Okay, good. He didn't die. He tried to buff your shield, but Ridley's tilts make you always air dodge. It's so frustrating.
Can we also talk about how Ridley has reverse nair into back air? Like he has the pseudo wolf.
That combo's sick.
It's so sick.
Yeah. Every time I get him, I'm like, okay, you got it. That's
exactly.
Sick.
Yeah. Because it's also purposeful. Like they have to choose to go for it.
Yeah, they have to decide. Like, I hate you in this moment. Hold this nair bear. This dash attack at ledge is also something that is crazy against Wolf. Because it eliminates, you know how like Wolf's love to do like drop down fair? If you drop down fair, you die at like 20 if he does dash attack randomly.
So nuts.
You're just dead. That move is crazy. And at 2 frames.
All right, that's a Randy up dash.
Yeah, it's just like, let him know.
I mean, he didn't really get too punished for it. We're at that percent where Fox doesn't really, Wolf doesn't really have a ton of like 2 pieces anymore.
I know, this is the snare that's scary to me. But his shield is really low now.
Oh, don't miss those techs.
I actually can't believe he didn't hold up there. What was he expecting?
Great roll in right there.
Really good roll. That was a good roll.
Yeah, he caught him committing to the full up.
Nice, that has up and a million years of lag.
Thank God it does too, because that move would be unreasonable if it was a lot slower.
Okay, Rage Wolf. What do we got? It's fine. Don't die, and you're still going in. He's learning. Sick.
Do it again.
Go for the.
I'm so mad that didn't work.
I love going for the flash there because it actually works like 1 out of 10 times. I've tried to like emulate edge guarding Ridley with Wolf. Basically impossible, but that's the only thing that works. But like I said, 1 out of 10 times. How did he just die? Up tilt?
Yeah, up tilt. Well, for some reason, it's got good knockback scaling. Yeah, just ever so slightly.
The fair bear,
yeah.
I
saw
the knockback is crazy. It's so random.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those like Diddy up tilt has that too, where like early percents are combos and then like mid percents it just kills. Or high percents it just kills. Like, it's got like high knockback scaling and knockback growth, which is so strange.
Imagine if Foxes did that.
Just Fox kill with up tilt.
It's like what?
Thank God it doesn't. That move he doesn't need that.
I know he only has like 5 million other confirms.
Exactly.
It's fine though, let's go back. ZD is holding it down, but he's at kill percent.
Yep, this is an even game.
Just don't let him roll in. Okay. Come on, he just wants
How do you know,
He
Cheddar?
just wants to roll and go for cheese. Like he's gonna just roll a dash grab, which is fine. Like it's just the win con.
It's the character, yeah. You have to. Oh no.
If he dies.
He still has his double jump.
See,
so.
that's what I'm not like shit on Creep. Creep is amazing. He's way better than me.
Oh yeah.
But Smub is like weirdly like robotic when it comes to his F tilt and Wolf. Like he just wouldn't have missed that. Nice dash there.
Definitely catching the regrab right there. That's the one weakness I feel like with Ridley in this matchup in particular is his aerial mobility is so bad and his second jump is so low that like when he jumps like off of edge, there's nothing he can do to challenge you.
Yeah, Wolf can destroy Ridley for trying to plank. I'm glad he like put his foot down. He did a dash attack at ledge. He could have died, but he's like, you're not planking me.
Yeah, exactly. You got to let him know that they can't get away with it.
Creep hair is so cool. God. Love his haircut.
I'm definitely a big Creep fan. Like this is
too.
I think I've called like his comebacks in majors like 2 or 3 times now. I'm just like every single time him or Smub are on screen, I'm just like, listen, it's never over. It is never over.
This is an interesting pick, Smashville.
I'm surprised it isn't banned.
Yeah, I don't know what he would have banned.
Yeah, this is like I've seen Creepooba and Smub do stupid things on the stage.
I know he definitely banned. Awesome, true combo. I know he banned small battlefield, like guaranteed. But I wonder what else he banned. I'll never know. I'll ask him after this. I don't know.
Probably Battlefield, maybe?
Maybe. I don't know. I actually think that's Wolf's best stage. But because you can just air camp the hell out of you. It's like ZSS doing flip kill all around. Like, Wolf can do that. Okay, ZD, every time I go off and rant, ZD stacks up 100.
It's always exactly 100 too.
Oh wow, that's good. Maybe he. Okay, I can see why we're on this stage because F-tilt is easier to hit.
It feels like it's feast or famine too. Like ZD can go ahead and force edge guards. We've seen how good he is at that when he forces just like lead traps constantly again and again. But Ridley does that too, and he might do it a little better than Wolf.
But Ridley can like edge guard it. Like if you try to edge guard Ridley, I think he dies. Oh, nice hold down. That's really good. Yeah. The mix on his up Bs is actually really good. I like that up B. Creep held on again. He thought he was gonna side B, but now Creep is doing the thing where like he's just holding shield a lot. I would love to see it. Ooh, never mind. I love this.
Go to the forward smash. That's an interesting option.
Oh, I think he misinputted. It had to be because I think he had a bear after that nair.
Either that or like dash attack thinking he didn't
put it on stage. It's actually probably dash attack because you're right because he did fair nair. Like right there. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
All right, Creepooba. Yeah, you do you.
Even
we'll talk in a minute.
That has more lag than you think. He could have got over there. He has no shield. ZD does not care. This is what I do when I'm at like 150. It's time to mash because I'm probably die soon anyway. If I can get some cheesy chip damage, that's okay.
Meanwhile, ZD's just like, I don't want to give up the stock because he knows that every stock
Yeah.
is precious.
That was amazing empty land. I don't like taking good players to Smash Roll. They play it perfectly. They sit right under the Smash Roll platform. Nah, it's a good up tilt.
It's like, if you like interacting, this is not the stage for you.
No, yeah,
This is a
exactly.
stage for, I'm going to be in advantage state the whole game.
It
Good
used
luck.
to be, it's good back here. Early Ultimate was like, oh, Smash Roll, he's about to go in on me. But now we just camp under that Smash Roll platform. Good luck.
It's basically one player sees a stage, center stage control, does their 70 damage combo, puts you at edge, and then rinses and repeats.
Yeah.
And then every now and then you'll lose neutral, and then you'll get a chance to do that.
I don't know if anyone just saw it. ZD did the perfectly spaced fair, and it worked. Creep couldn't grab a do narrow shield. What's going on?
Hey, Wolf Jab sometimes doesn't work still. Great roll in there.
Wolf's garbage, bro.
Listen, they buffed that move. He didn't need it.
Wolf is... No, it's frame 4, though.
He did not need it.
He's dead. Run off there.
no,
he
he's
didn't run
gonna
off there. That's crazy.
Oh, he didn't go for the side B. I think
No.
Creepooba was thinking the same thing I was. 'Cause he
No,
definitely
Wolf can
timed
go
it.
so far with that B. You have to end this mix. Kill him. There we go. Game 5.
All right.
He's getting rolled.
Reverse 3-0.
Game 5. I would feel a little nervous. I'd be like,
Now, if you're Creepooba, do you go back to Smash Bros?
yes, but you also switch characters, go back to Animal Crossing, pick Isabel.
What?
Yeah. Creeps Isabel on
Re-
Smashville.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen his Isabel.
Oh, it's actually kind of nasty. I'm trolling, obviously, but his Isabel's pretty good. Actually, every character he's playing is good. He's good.
He's just a smart player, yeah.
But his Isabel's pretty weird.
That's so messed up. This is like, I'm so happy we don't see that character because K-Rool Isabel is low-key like 90-10. I hate that matchup with a passion.
I can see that being...
You do the fishing rod beats up B, so you just die instantly, and then Pocket takes crown forever.
Why can so many people just rinse? Oh my god, forever? That's an L matchup.
Yeah, I think you get it back like on your respawn. That's it.
That's garbage.
so-
why'd they do that to him, man?
Yeah, and the edge guards literally just dangle fishing rod over ledge and it beats my up B. There's nothing I can do.
So much cooler than Isabel. Why would they do him like that?
I know.
Fair flash, yeah.
Yeah, easy damage. The nerf to King K. Rool's up B, I stand by that as the least necessary nerf in the game.
It's
It
ridiculous.
made him like so much worse.
Look at this character on screen, just flying around, killing with 90 at back air. Let's nerf K. Rool. Whatever, man. At least, does he get down throw fair? He's so clean.
Oh my god,
He's so good.
He is dialed in now. He feels like he's playing with so much more confidence. Please don't die, ZD, as soon as I mention confidence.
Creep actually had bad DI there, because Bear would have killed him, but maybe he's on like the different layer of the matchup. He doesn't want to get there. Amazing recovery. Oh, he held down. I'm surprised I hit him though. No jump. Yeah, some nair
Oh,
there.
he died and he got the tech
Oh
hitbox.
my god, and the nair sent him toward the stage. Oh my, that's so unlucky for him.
Yeah, that's one of those where like he had the opportunity, but I don't like fault him for missing that. I thought he was going straight down.
Dude, fair onto the platform into shine is a true combo.
Really?
And I'm so glad he did that. It's just, you get so much damage.
It's a cool little mix-up too.
It's so awesome. And then you just get another fair. It's so awesome.
And you can B-reverse it too.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like you B-reverse, you have access to fair or back air.
Yeah, because if he, I was gonna say if he hit that up air, I knew he was gonna hit that up air. Because he's on the Smashville platform. You can do up air, shine, fair.
That's so messed
He's
up.
getting farmed right now.
This is
What's
what
going on?
happens.
Just react to this roll. Oh no, he's gonna kill him.
What actually happened?
He has no
here?
resources.
I respect that.
I would have done the same thing.
Exactly.
I probably would have up beat down, honestly. I'm just the worst person. Whatever,
That
man.
might actually have been a move.
I'm
Yeah.
up 2 stocks. Actually, no, I'm not up. We're never up in this matchup.
Yeah, you
Now,
game
see
still.
what you get. Creeps just sitting on the platform. All I gotta do is kill him with 1 hit.
I'm mad that he got that grab. Actually.
Smash grab? Like,
Yeah.
what? That's another, yeah, Wolf having no lag up on his smash stacks. Does he die here? Oh, really good re-grab.
But look at the spacing against that get up
It's
attack.
literally a guessing game. I think he dies here.
Again.
You know who hits that?
Smub.
He died!
Thank God for Rage,
I
eh?
sleep on that side B. Yeah.
So literally an even game.
Yeah,
Like, we
this is-
talked
this
about
is
one
even.
over.
This is, oh my god, he went for style and he's about to...
If he gets like the 3-stock, if Creepooba gets a 3-stock comeback after ZD went for style, I'm going to be absolutely furious. Just get back to center stage, ZD. That's all you need. Okay. You deserve to die for that one.
Yeah, the up smash was like,
He charged it.
This, please!
He charged it too.
Oh, now ZD's missing reaction. Wolf sucks, so I don't think this will kill. I'm carried.
Okay.
No, now I want to see who's going next, kind of.
That is stunning. A reverse 3-0 for
Days to go.
ZD.
I love watching ZD play.
All right.
And overcoming the matchup.
Thank you for stopping by. That was a fun
Of
set
course.
to commentate.
It depends who goes next, because like talking Mike is fun.
let's take a look here. So, also, what do you think ZD did there? What was the change up other than just
empty landing? I mean,
Really?
I saw game 1 come over. He's just drifting in, naring, drifting in, fairing. He started to space and empty land, and like because once someone starts empty landing and spacing, then it's easier to hit falling fair as wolf. Like you can drift in because they're waiting for the empty land, so they're probably gonna dash back. Stuff like that. If you're not empty landing as wolf, you'll never land forward air on a good player.
Gotcha.
Well, so yeah, he just empty landed and just not the scrubby rolling, but just avoiding getting grabbed at ledge at all costs. Like pop for rolling, I don't care. Punish for rolling.
Exactly. I'll take 30
I'm
damage as
not
long as you
dying.
don't carry me off
Punish
stage.
for rolling. So yeah, I like that a lot.
So here's what we're waiting for. It looks like Peanut is waiting on the winner of TrapHoodHighlights and Distinct Madness, and then Virgo and Sonder, that's Nick District, are the winner of that. That's a 25-minute Game 3 set. No, they're the off stream. The winner of that is facing against KingRoBo, so you're going to see some KingRoBo. You try to go ahead and ditch me all of a sudden. I'm just sitting there like
25 minutes.
25 minutes. It's a best of 3, and it's Snake versus Steve probably.
Yeah.
I don't know who won that one, but good God.
It was TrapHood, I think. I think he uses the blue Zard.
Oh, TrapHood actually got the win? Okay, yeah. All right, so
Well,
it's going to be
who won
TrapHood
that?
versus...
Me either.
Yeah, who won? Okay, so yeah, it's going to be TrapHood versus Peanut on one side of losers' quarters, and on the other side is going to be KingRoBo versus Virgo. So Nick District, a little bit early, 3-1. There wasn't even Game 5.
I hate Nick. I hate his Steve. I hate Nick. That's why I lost to.
His Steve is so weird. Like, sometimes it's the best Steve in the region, and other times, like, why are you playing this
So I
character?
tell him. It didn't matter. He was just, and he wasn't getting tilted at all by Wolf. That's my win converse, Nick.
True. I mean,
Unfortunate.
he hates, like, if he'll go, whatchamacall, Weave a Trainer, he'll get tilted.
Nick is in a great mood today. I cannot see him. I don't even know who he lost to.
Sonder and I want to say, who was it? Creep, maybe? No, it wasn't Creep. Peanut, actually. Peanut got him. They went secondaries.
Oh. Yeah, Peanut's carried by Muse Sword, I see. So he took the set.
Okay, so it looks like TrapHood and Peanut are going to be on the secondary stream. KML is actually live right now at KML Tournaments, and he's got the secondary stream.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to commentate Robo and ZD.
Peanut's trying to get Cheddar out of the bracket.
I think... oh, it's because I went Falco versus TrapHood because I was like, oh, I got to leave. Then I saw Ridley Wolf on stream. I was like,
gotta
I'm
get
down.
something?
And now my boy is on stream, so I'll do one game and leave.
Gotcha.
But
All
if
right,
he-
that works.
How
That
about
works.
this? If he wins, I'll stay.
No, thanks for sticking around. I appreciate
Of course.
it.
I love being on the mic,
Yeah,
especially with you, man.
Thank you. I mean, anything to keep the folks in Twitch for dealing with just me prattling for literally 4.5 hours.
Who's in
I
chat? Any names?
We had a few good folks stopping by. We had actually Pink Fresh and a few others were here earlier. Yeah, Pink Fresh. He was
here?
giving you the cheddar on comms. My goat.
This man's supposed to be getting ready for a baby shower.
Oh, I heard about that.
What are
Yeah,
you doing
congrats,
here?
Pink. Congrats.
Yeah, congrats. What are you doing in this chat?
All right. So in addition, y'all, if you're wondering what we've got going on tomorrow, I have to keep pitching this. We got Xanadu Homecoming, Xanadu 500 Homecoming starting off tomorrow. We're going to be live with VGBC 1 and 2 at 3 p.m. We've got 311 entrants already.
Yes.
And then this is just the beginning of our celebration of the month of Xanadu, basically. We got Xanadu Legends next week and Xanadu Origins the week after that. So Melee and then 64 and Brawl coming up. Legends is going to be a super sick one, too.
Oh,
Don't
wow.
miss that one. We got Zane coming by. I know we got June coming by.
I think Zane is my favorite player of any fighting game of all time.
Really?
He
That's-
is so cool.
He is so cool.
He does the coolest stuff and has one of the best neutrals.
I think I might be a bigger fan of Snake Eyes, but it's a short
Snake
list.
Eyes?
Street Fighter.
Oh, see, I said
Zangief.
fighting game, but I meant because I'm a Smash player, so
I see.
I call every fighting game
I
Smash.
see. I'm a big Snake Eyes.
Oh.
Snake Eyes won a like an Evo tournament with goddamn Zangief. He's my hero.
Who is like the best like Mortal Kombat player? He's like
Oh, I know who
he's
you're
like the
talking
goat.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't think of his. Oh my
Is
god.
this Sonic Fox? Is that the right name?
Sonic Fox was a good one, but I don't know if he's the GOAT.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Sonic Fox is like he plays all fighting games and he's the best at all of them. But he's mostly like I want to say like anime fighter-ish games nowadays.
Okay, yeah. Weeb games. I
Yes.
see. I don't know who this person is across from Robo, but they have been farming.
That is going to be Virgo, I believe it is. Virgo is from Annapolis, so I believe a visitor here for Xanadu Homecoming that had just stopped by the evening
Let's
before.
go. That's what I thought the whole venue would be. I like, oh, yo, pre-local, like, what's good?
Yeah, but it looks like everybody's showing up in the afternoon since we're not starting singles till 3.
Ah, Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, all right, Cheddar, you ready for a hot take?
Yes.
This matchup is even.
This matchup looks unwinnable.
So, I think that in neutral, King K. Rool actually can box with Snake really, really well.
Yeah, explain. Sorry, I forgot that you play K. Rool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell
so
me. I'm
in
curious.
addition, Crown can actually neutralize grenades really well, as can the slow speed of your cannonball. Off stage, like if he goes low, he dies.
That looks free, yeah.
If he goes high, you up B him, and it knocks him out of Cypher armor, and he dies. And you can kill Snake at 30 or lower with that. So it's really, really hard for Snake to get out of disadvantage, and it's really hard for him to set up the wall, because look at that, grenades don't knock you out of Crown armor. So you can just toss out Crown and be like, okay, I'll damage trade you all day, because I'm a bigger boy than you.
Yeah, what? Wait, you actually might be onto something here. Because he was stuck in the corner for like 30 seconds pulling random grenades. And yeah, the Crown armor 1. Is that true combo, Nair jab?
Yes. Nair basically combos in most of this character's kit.
Okay. Yeah, Nair's insane. That buff, that Fair, wait, or Fair did Nair get buffed?
Fair got buffed. I think Nair's just always been good, but Fair got buffed a couple times.
Fair is an insane move.
If on any other character, this would be a top tier Fair, but it's King K. Rool, so there are problems.
Minus 5, right? And my shield is
it's like
decimated. How's he land here?
And it also does like 16 damage. Like, look at that. He's already going for the double jump. If he catches anything, like, you die. But right there, I think Robo went with too early of an up air because it's got 60 frames of lag. I'm not exaggerating. I am not exaggerating. It is a full second of lag.
How am I getting hit by this move? No one knows how to match with this character. I don't know if we're on the camera, but I take the stick. If I will die like that, I'm taking it with my one hand and spinning it in a million circles. I was playing Robo, and I was at 140 and mashed out before he could even move.
Yeah, with an optimal mash, you can basically get out until 120 or so. The next level is to do an optimal mash, and then the next time just shake your controller. So it sounds like
pretend exactly.
Yep.
Oh, you're the goat for knowing that. That's so cool.
Yep, the false mash.
It's so lame when you're like sitting next to somebody, but like on stream, I'll mash my life out, and then they'll down from again. I'll do
the fake. Yeah,
I'll do
exactly.
nothing. Mix them.
Good grab right there. That's one way to get around the crown armor, and we're already seeing Virgo starting to learn the space that he can play the matchup at. Meanwhile, Robo struggling to land anything other than straight hits right here.
I won't lie. What you said about the that caught his jump. Does he die here? He was low.
You should down air him.
He's dead though. He's C4. Yeah. I was gonna say that this stage, I could see Snake doing better on this stage. Just because it's hard to edge guard him, he like hugs the ledge. I really don't like going Snake.
True.
Fighting Snake here.
I think the one thing the K. Rool can do in this matchup that makes it a little bit easier is back air. So you just run off back air and it gets the entire niche that you get.
Okay. I would love to see that. Well, this is best of 5 too.
This is best of 5. Yep, we are in losers top 8. I think all of that is best of 5.
That's a good crown.
So look at that. Like the cannonball neutralizes the grenades. It just gives him a little bit of space to get back from edge.
Nice. That was like a really good empty land into there. I think you got him on the ledge for that too.
Oh, fully committed with the forward tilt though. And the one weakness in this matchup is Nikita and up smash. Like you can basically checkmate him there.
That sucks.
Miss the counter ever so slightly. Yeah.
Oh,
what a tech!
Big boy. I would untackle me at 90. What? Okay. That's a true combo.
Yes, it is.
Nice.
Weak nair and a dash attack is true, and
Cool.
it's nasty.
K-Rool has like wolf combos. His down throw dash attack.
Big belly too. It had all the belly armor right there. Otherwise, he was toast.
Dude, K-Rool's sick. Is he dead?
Not quite, but
Does he go low and die? Probably. What's happening?
he just did a weak nair.
Yeah.
All right, don't hit him. Don't touch him. Yes, sir. Good job, Robo.
Textbook what you just said. Goes low. He's gonna die.
Yep. It's K-Rool's options to edge guard Snake when he goes low. There's just like 5 of them. You can nair him, you can down air him, you can back air him, you can neutral B and just inhale him and shoot him off the side. Snake can't go low in this matchup at all. You have to go high and pray.
I have a question. So if there's a nade on the floor, and I just learned this, Robo came off. He's like, "Yeah, dude, if you inhale one of the ice climbers, you can throw it back at the ice climber as a projectile." I was like, "What are you? Counter picking."
This is a dirty counter pick. This is probably top 5 worst matchups of this character. It's I've heard 70-30. I think that what's his name? Kirby Kid thinks this is a little bit better than that, but a lot of other K-Rolls like this is 70-30 or worse.
I think it's 70-30, but I think they can get a little more. Oh, never mind. Down throw bear just works on K-Rool. This is unwinnable.
Yes.
This is unwinnable.
Down throw bear not only does it work at kill percent. And you die at like 130.
That's what I'm saying. It's like one of the characters left that it still works on. Yeah, this is a bad matchup.
Yeah, the big thing is you can edge guard in this matchup, but the problem is you just projectile game goes away.
Yeah.
Your projectiles do nothing in this matchup, and armor really doesn't work because of back air and neutral air.
The one thing you can do, that sucks.
Yes.
That was near him.
Your roll's not good enough to get around that.
Is he dodging the move? Does he mash? You don't mash. what's it called? He can mash on her shield though. Her out of shield obviously isn't there, but he can like with the
You died at 100.
he died. With the fair,
God.
he can space and like bait out Palu pretty well.
True.
Like
That's what you
fine.
have to do. You have to allow your opponent to lose the game. it's hard. It's hard to like steal a game if they just play like solid neutral.
Yeah.
But if they like try to overextend and kill you when you're at like 170, if they're going for like haymakers, then they die early.
He does die.
He might have been able to survive.
I think it was off. Yeah, maybe he held like maybe he'll down throw. That little mix up.
Could be, yeah.
What was I gonna say? I can't remember. Whatever. All right, let's keep going. He takes 60 here, or
Probably, yeah.
oh, that's what I was gonna say. I noticed Virgo recovered low one time. If you don't have the perfect teleports as Palu, you know, like the matchup immediately gets better.
True, yeah. If you don't immediately just sweet
Like
spot the
that,
ledge.
that is free. He can down air that 1000%. If he goes low again, like he's.
You know what he was doing there? He was setting up the crown to 2-frame.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because when it goes up there at that angle, it can 2-frame into the suck.
And I don't know if anybody knows this. Robo beat Joe before.
Yeah, he has.
The best Palu. You know.
He knows this matchup very well. He lost to Joe like 10 times, but then
No one
he got his one
beats
victory.
Robo 11 times. Good nair. Amazing. That was actually good coverage because his back was facing him, so he rolled, just instant back throw.
So far, like I've
Ooh.
been really impressed. Good crown slide.
What is that
back.
called again?
Crown slide.
Oh, climb? Okay. That's
Yeah,
cool.
You can do one to go in, or you can do one to go out, and then the one to go out is really good in this matchup.
Can you down tilt her? Or can she down tilt him? Or does the crown hit the down tilt? Or yeah, like when he's recovering?
I've seen it happen once or twice. I think it's relatively hard
Let's
to
see.
hit, though.
He's not doing it. Oh, get red instead. That sucks.
So this is even game, unfortunately, despite the percentage differential and the weight differential. This is one neutral interaction away from like 80 damage on K-Rool, but so far, Virgo can't get back to center stage.
Come on, Robert, don't get there. You know his win con. Don't get there. Oh, that was actually pretty good. That was weird. It's just.
Oh, a
yeah,
footstool out of there using the invul.
Those
I
pilots
dig
don't
it.
expect you to hold super in, but doesn't know he's playing a heavy. Heavy is always hold in. Okay. So how does K-Rool kill here?
Grab.
Grab.
Yeah, grab up smash could do it, or like neutral air dash attack for like.
That's what I was gonna say. What does soft air combine in it or permutation?
Yeah, dash attack, but I don't think we're at that percent anymore. We'll see.
Like when Paolo goes low, he's dead.
Yeah, don't mess that up.
No. K-Rool can just F-tilt her recovery. It's like Wolf.
Yep.
If it two frames, right?
It does.
Then, yeah.
He can 2-frame with typically you won't go for it. You'll go for the bigger lingering hitboxes like neutral air or down air,
Yeah,
or
I
even
thought-
back air.
I think you should be spiking him every time he
Yeah,
goes low.
I
Paolo is
agree.
dead there.
Or actually, the sexy way to do it is down tilt. Down tilt 2 frames, and it's actually one of the better 2-framing options because it's got a big hitbox.
So what happens when you get 2 frames?
They
right
get
down
popped
to
up,
Oh,
and then
okay.
into an immediate up air.
That's sick. Oh, back to Snake.
Yeah, he tried the counter pick. I do not blame him.
I think I don't remember who I just told. It's hard to counterpick Paolo if you don't practice her often. Like she's brain dead, but she's not like you're not gonna be a good player like Robo just your pocket Paolo, you know.
Yeah, I mean it's not a lot of people have K-Rool Palu experience, but every K-Rool knows the Palu matchup.
Yeah, no, they're they're like,
It's like
okay.
we know what we have to go through to win. Look at the damage.
This
from
is
the
crazy.
projectiles.
This is just. Sometimes you just get K-Rool. Like everything just falls into place. And I know.
Every
being
now
up-
and then he's a functional character.
I know being up 2-0, Robo is trying to get some clips now. He's trying to get something to post to Twitter. He's ready.
Look out for the up B kill off the top.
He wants some crowd set up. Yeah, some up B. Does he know? You think he knows?
Oh, he definitely knows.
Awesome.
Yeah, I've told him a couple times.
Yes. Yes.
Some characters that like have weird fault, like heavyweights and characters that have like fast falls, are actually really susceptible to it. Like I've gotten Fox a million times with it.
So deserved.
Yep.
Justice. Once you finally land,
Yep,
get
just
an up B.
get up B to die.
How does K-Rool get around this up smash though? Because he's not really doing it as much as I want.
So you can try to reflect it with the belly armor like that, but
Yeah,
Nikita offstage might be the option though.
You're a super K-Rool, man. He did exactly what you said. Nice though. That's unpunishable. Back
Yeah,
air.
it's so disjointed and has so much shield stun. It's hard. Look at that, deactivating
When it's-
Nikita with crown.
Yeah. Wow.
He knows the matchup. He's lost to Dark quite a few times, but
I have seen him grind with Dark. He wants to learn.
yeah,
I think he's
exactly.
dead.
No, he's not dead quite yet.
I think he went for the state. Like he's not gonna get mashed out of reversal though. He wants to kill him before he dies. Up to, like
And don't hit any buttons.
Don't get rolled in on. I'm actually surprised I didn't hit K-Rool from there.
Resetting the ledge. That's a greedy option right there, though. That's one of those spots where like it's a 50-50 basically. Either they're going to jump away or they're going to just like commit to shield. And if they commit to shield, that's when you start going for dash grabs.
Yeah, up 2-0, it's like this dash attack will kill you. And if I die, it's fine. I'm up 2-0. We move on.
Yep, we get data.
That's fair. He didn't really have options. It's either drift in or just go back to ledge and probably get grabbed. I would like to see some crawls, because obviously grenades aren't working because of what you said. Armor, and you're taking more damage with the heavy. I would just like to see him crawl around, like some baits and stuff, because you can duck under that crown, right? With Snake?
You might be able to. I'm not sure. Maybe on the return hitbox, but if you aim it down, it sometimes can still hit you.
Oh, I didn't know you could aim it. Oh.
Yeah, it follows where K-Rool's going. So if you jump after doing it, it'll go high, and if you like crouch after doing it, it'll go low.
That's cool. I didn't know that. Nice parry.
Oh, I didn't get the turnaround. Shame. Good ledge traps here so far from Virgo, but these full hops are just getting KingRoBo out of corner.
Yeah, if you give K-Rool, like if you let him off the edge and you don't even like make him rinse repeat, you're most likely gonna lose.
But losing the crown like that, he did the exact thing that I want to see more players do. Toss the crown up.
Oh me, yeah. I play like Snake's. Oh.
That's bad DI.
Okay, well, so Snake has a good one. Like when I have the crown, I'll just do Z drop nair, like hard nair on K-Rool shield Wolf, and you just can do nothing.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous. But if you're not confident in your pressure, just toss it up so that it lasts longer and stays away from them. So no mash here, and Robo committed to it. So
this is bracket. Why are we not mashing?
So the secret, I think he had the mix up there. You're just dead here though. But the secret to it is actually, if you look at the buried character, if you don't see clods of dirt popping up to the left and right, you know that they're not mashing.
That's what I'm saying.
You have to like look at it, yeah. So Robo just, he got a little bit too antsy. He charged the up smash and he's like, surely they're going to start mashing.
He was probably like the same reaction. He was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
2-0 not mashing? We move though. We move. Nice reaction. He has reacted to the audio cue of C4 every single time.
Yeah, you notice that he doesn't have headphones on. He plays with game audio.
Goat.
I feel like in this is one of those. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can't grab that. You can't grab that. Don't shield grab an ultimate. don't do it. It's not
Why are
worth it.
shield grabs so bad, man?
It's not worth it. Everything's just safe.
I hate that so goddamn much.
K-Rool forward air? Nope.
I hate like. Nothing tilts me more in this game is when I like try to shield grab a smash attack and I can't. Like, why are smash attacks unpunished?
Okay, so like Wolf, that's pretty toxic. But like, imagine getting point blank.
You're dead.
Look at that game. That's fine. We get FPS too, but let's get up that adaptation.
Agreed. So I think what we saw there is that Virgo was more willing to percent trade. Like he was more willing to like toss a grenade, and yeah, the crown armor doesn't break it, but you're still taking like 15. Yeah,
but the third stock he would like take a bunch of damage like together with Robo and like return to neutral.
Yeah.
This time he was just like, he's like, you're going to the ledge. I'll take 90 with you. You will be at the ledge, which is better.
Yeah, that's K-Rool's biggest weakness is how do you get back to stage?
Yeah, he went back this too. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. In this matchup, I rather like Town, which might be banned. And if it was, I don't mind something like Kalos. Giving you those platforms on the side. Plus, you can do a lot of shenanigans with cannonballs fired on walls.
Oh, no, I banned Kalos first, K-Rool. He doesn't die.
Yep.
Ever.
And did you know that cannonballs are active when they're falling? So you can like go off stage, be reverse a cannonball into the wall, and it bounces down.
Oh, that's pretty sick. That's cool. Okay.
It's just another way to cover low recovery.
Instant ban, sorry.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, 70 up air. Oh, good air dodge. Wow, I'm not going to say privilege, but he literally activated C4, could act a frame after. That's fine. Oh, going for Cheddar.
Interesting that we went for the crown punch instead of just a dash grab.
I feel like Robo is like autopiloting in a lot of situations where he could just react.
I feel like he knows the crown is good in this matchup, so he's like the answer to all things are crown.
Exactly.
Right now.
But you have to realize it's game 4 now, and the opponent is probably not the same.
They are learning.
Yeah, exactly. Not the same like mentality as the first game. Do we mash? No.
Yeah, he did actually. He had a good match, but not the optimal match.
I think it's at 86. Like, you got to be out of there.
Yeah. That's one. If your match is optimal, you don't get hit by that until you're at like 100.
Get the buffer option there. Nice.
Tricksy, but not tricksy enough.
I thought he did it perfectly. He still died.
Yeah. Sometimes that's K-Rool. Sometimes you do things right, correctly, like 4 times in a row, and it's like, oh, well, I did.
That's what I was going to ask you. The way you can inhale, that was awesome. The way you can inhale an ice climber, can you inhale a grenade and throw it back?
You cannot. So you can inhale things with a, you can inhale people, but no projectiles.
What? Ice climbers get it bad, dude.
Yeah, because they're a person. You can inhale your own cannonball and people. That's it.
Oh my god.
But it pulls projectiles to you, though. So
Okay.
you'll pull grenades towards you, which is awful, and you'll pull things like Rob Gyro towards you, but like you won't pull
Like in a Rosalina type of way.
yeah, exactly.
I got you.
Sometimes that's awful for
Yeah,
you too.
yeah, that
You try to
sounds-
inhale a grenade, it's like great, I'm taking 15, thank you.
Get a grenade up air.
Yeah,
Okay, what do we do?
just grab, yeah.
I would like to
No mash.
see.
That time he did a no mash, but he'll get hit by a
Dude,
grenade that
mash.
set him up for the up air.
Like, Robo can literally just do down throw F smash. Like the elite smash, it will work right now.
Yep.
Nice, it's safe. Can't do that. Don't shield grab an ultimate. You'll get better at the game. Okay. I love that he does that.
Really, you know the counterplay for that?
Roll.
Do nothing.
Nothing.
Because you can fade it back and it'll catch roll, but it will never two-frame.
He usually does the fake gun and to read my jump with forward air. Like he'll fake that he's gonna try to inhale me and cover everything. And then you're right. I just sit there and do nothing, and then I get off the ledge.
Yep, that's all it is. Like a lot of the answers to beating K. Rool are just doing nothing. The character has it has lag, but that fair is,
Again,
you have to respect.
Do not shield grab an ultimate. I promise. No jump here. You can grab that. You probably thought I was gonna cross out, which is fine.
Kill him. Aw. Anytime this character hits like down air, I'm thinking that it's Falcon. It's like, where's the knee? It's like he's got stomp knee basically.
Oh wow, yeah, grenade sucks.
The grenade saved him right there. The returning crown.
Yeah, the
Aw.
grenade is terrible in this matchup. You just have to outbund him.
You missed your tech, but you went for a roll out.
Has he died to C4 one time?
Once, I think, yeah.
He is awesome for not dying to C4.
See how that covered roll? He faded out with it.
I mean, I'm learning. What's happening? Up there. That's the thing, Snakes do. That's broken. That's broken.
Yeah,
You can land with C4 and then just safely air dodge the stage. It's good. I hate it. Do we end it? Oh, what? I'm leaving.
That is... I think you hit the cape. Like, what?
Dude.
Okay, too bad. The grenade saved him. I thought we were actually we were done with this set.
This is terrifying, by the way. I don't even know how to win. This is unwinnable at this point. Up throw kills, right?
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, this is.
You asked if he died to C4. Well, now KingRoBo hasn't, but Snake did.
All right, I'm out. Peace.
Virgo, a little bit of an unfortunate way to end the set, but Cheddar had enough. He's like, I have seen enough K-Rool nonsense. We're done here. All right, we got another commentator stepping up to the plate, so y'all don't have to listen to me prattle for nothing. We got one of our visiting commentators, Syndicate, Snivy, stepping up.
What's happening, Maryland? Good to be back as always.
Welcome. So what are you back here for, by the
Well,
way?
I'm back here for the lovely Xanadu 500 that's happening tomorrow here at the venue. There's over 300 people in attendance, which is pretty crazy to think about.
I'm a little bit mad that Gamer's like, yeah, we're having logistical problems, so we're going to make our logistics worse by eliminating the cap. I sat there, I'm just like, I literally reached out to our T.O. Jensen, I'm like, are you okay?
He's like, makes sense. Now, you know the meme, or I guess about like Florida Man, right? I see we're also dealing with our own version of Florida Man here, and that's currently KingRoBo up here in Losers against Peanuts.
Yeah, showing that this alligator, it certainly has a little bit of a bite to him.
And let's see how much of a bite he's going to take out of this Little Mac, because Little Mac is one of those characters where it's like, all right, I literally do not care about neutral. I got the tools to get inside, but right now KingRoBo off to a very good start solidly, but Peanut looking to even it right back up.
So if KingRoBo's going to win this matchup, he has to do that every single time. He has to hit the down air, but in addition, he has to be ready for the tech. Like, you need to make Peanut die off stage every single time. Otherwise, you're liable to die right now.
Yeah, you basically do not want to play neutral against this character. And it's like, you got to get him right here, right now, but Oos, no tech there, having to get the edge guard this time around. Boom.
He just dead.
Yep.
Because of the counter, like, Peanut can jump down and do the counter on your up B, and you can just rinse and repeat on that. So that's exactly what Robo needs to do, the fade back up B, and it's just so susceptible for Peanut to just wait it out.
That is super deadly. And I see, like, KingRoBo trying to go for, like, their tools of, like, oh, I got the cannonball, I got the crown as well. And Peanut's, like, waiting for those opportunities to kind of just invade that space with, like, the side B and, like, the tilt as well, because he got the armor to just go through all that.
Real talk, you know what the most deadly thing in this matchup is? It's just the initial dash. Like, you can get a parry, and then the initial dash will cover all the distance of crown. And you're just there.
Just the entire ground speed is like, ooh, I'm right here.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like speed of sound Sonic, essentially.
Speaking of armor, too, can we talk about this? Like, immovable object meets immovable object. Oh, you're just dead.
Yeah, we had like 20
God.
seconds of talking. It's like, yo, immovable object, but I'm moving to the next game.
That was so messed up. It's like they had 2 or 3 armored interactions, and then Peanut's like, all right, I'm done with this. Next game.
Yeah, he's like, all right,
We all
wrap it
set
up.
here.
I got a 300
GG go
person tourney
next.
tomorrow. I got to get top 8. Now, how was bracket today? I know that like a lot of people I think went to Bears.
Yeah, I think some people went to Bears, and I understand what Tri-State folks are driving down. And also, we don't start singles till 3 o'clock tomorrow, so we have a lot of folks that are just like, hey, I'm just going to show up in the afternoon. So yeah, I'm not surprised. We had a solid bracket, like I want to say 60 to 70.
Yeah,
But,
I think it was a 48 people when I checked.
It was because MDVA does not pre-range. Our tech is to show up at last minute. It makes it
that's fair,
impossible to
that's fair.
plan these things, but
It's the complete opposite of when I came here last time. Last time, 70 people, like 40 something for the homecoming.
Yeah, I know.
40 this time, 300 people for the homecoming.
Oh, yeah.
Makes sense.
MDVA, we are not a logical region. This is the place where Reason goes to die. Look what we have on stream here for Loser
Carol
Semis.
and a Little Mac and a KO punch.
Yeah, you forget this is the region where we have 2 of the best Little Mac players in the world. All right, you're dead, though. Weak hit neutral air solves all problems. It's the most disrespectful way to kill your opponent because they take like 3 damage, go nowhere, and then just like, yeah, you're dead, though.
Let's go. Plus, they got the armor in that, so it makes it like extra annoying on that fact. But oof, you can't be getting caught up in Peanut's game plan because right now Peanut just loves to rock it out when he gets his advantage thing going.
One thing that I've seen that Robo has actually been struggling to do, not Peanut, is that Robo doesn't really have his turnaround grabs down. Instead, like whenever he gets hit when he's not facing the right way, he wants to jump nair. And you don't really want to do that as much against Peanut given the fact that he's got a ton of armor of his own.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that too. And he's went there for like a turnaround cannonball that time around. Like, I understand the game plan, but it's a fairly more committal option when you're having to deal with Little Mac's amazing ground speed.
Oh, please don't get KO punch for that.
No.
See, he jumps again. It's like he immediately tried to jump to get either a nair or a fair going, and Peanut just knew. He understands what the gameplay is here. All right, chain grabs.
Do the assignment.
That time, you can mix up your match as much as you want. KO will get it eventually.
This Gary will find a way to bite it, but Peanut trying to slide right in there. All right, F-tilt hit that solid 47% up, and you would think that Little Mac is not that great at ledge trapping. It's like, nuh-uh. Peanut will let you not play the game. Already 94 with that F smash.
And are we dead here? Do it again.
All right, run it back, Peanut, run it back.
Oh, actually, he faded out and did not die to the up smash. So solid damage here, but not able to claim the stock. And I may have spoken too soon because we're running it back, Snivy.
All right, hanging around for a little more on the stadium, trying to get him with the jab check and the shield, but hold up, this might be really good for KingRoBo, but unfortunately committed a little too much to that the cannon stock.
I've never wanted to see a man die at 0 more in my life. Literally, I'm sitting. You heard me immediately as soon as he got the grab. I knew what was coming. It was time for Carol to get back throw into neutral air into shake my hand.
It's like, that's what you need. Like, in a matchup like this against Little Mac, you don't want to play the video game.
Yep.
You have to go for oops, all cheese. It's part cheesy, basically.
And in this matchup, if you can intercept the side B, Peanut has absolutely no way to get back because he has to up B high. And when he does that, back air is disjointed enough and invulnerable in some spots to just trade with the up B and kill.
Yeah, there's only so much this Air Mac can do. But all right, this is the potentially last game for KingRoBo here in loser semis. Let's see if KingRoBo can put in the work, but so far, Peanut has been putting on a pretty convincing performance.
No 2-frame right there with the smash attack, so perhaps a second lease on life. We'll see what Robo makes out of it. So far, what we've been seeing is textbook anti-K-roll counterplay here. Peanut has been with punishing this man to death.
Yeah, and it's like you have the move speed, you have the mobility to just jump over anything that Carol basically commits to.
You're
And
dead
speaking
here.
of commitment, committed to an air dodge, you might be dead if he's able to get this up B on the fly, and yes, he is.
Every time that I see you miss a platform tech and Peanut's ready for something, I know you're dead. I don't know how he's going to do it. Like, I had no idea if he was going to do from one platform to the next, but I knew that he was going to make that count.
Kill at 0, perhaps? Oh,
Nah, yeah, Duffy.
Save him for the up B, but we take those. We take those.
A little bit delayed on the up B, and yeah, that cost it.
Yeah, but whenever I see Peanut like get like an up tilt like that, it's like I already know how much damage I'm eating. It's like it's a matter of like, can I play the game? Can I get off these platforms? Because against Little Mac, I wouldn't think platforms would be so dangerous, but Peanut makes them work.
I mean, he basically figured out one day that the reverse hit of up tilt seems safe, and he's just like, I'm going to make sure everybody in the world knows this is good.
Yeah, and then the down throw side B taking the stock. KingRoBo.
Big body life, man.
Let's see if he can get stuck.
Oh, he didn't double jump though. That is when you know
no.
you're main a character with a bad recovery. When you keep your double jump, you know that it is worth more than gold.
Yeah, and this is looking pretty grim for KingRoBo out here, but all right, let's see if some magic's gonna happen. Peanut does have KO punch, so this might be a little scary if KingRoBo's not able to shake it off.
Oh, you're dead.
Yeah.
I mean, I get what he was trying to do. We're trying to cover the platform drop, but the problem is with a lot of K. Rool's moves, if you guess wrong, you don't get a chance to guess again.
Yeah, and I guess KingRoBo was looking more so for like a read essentially, but if you went more for like the reaction in that kind of case, it's like, all right, I give myself to like maybe get the grabs like you were saying before, because Cannonball, you do have the commitment, and like Crown, like yeah, you got armor, but you're also committing to that option as well.
KO Punch don't care about no armor.
No, KO Punch just went
Exactly.
right off the camera.
So the other thing that he could have done there is like there are safer things you could have done to cover the platform, something like an up air which has armor on the front of it too, and then you immediately land on the platform. You can do something like a down smash if you're really worried about coverage. Like there was, I feel like with K. Rool, you're always balanced on a razor's edge. You're trying to balance between like playing safe and conservative, and also just getting the haymakers. You're a heavy, you need the haymakers.
Yeah, I understand, especially like the back throw cheese when you're at the ledge. It's like, do they know? I'm gonna hit him with the knowledge check real quick. Maybe make a stock evaporate real quick.
I swear to God, in that matchup, it is not a do they know. It's a legitimate, I am going to kill you at 0. You need to respect this. It's one of those, like, we saw Peanut get knocked down to lose the brackets by Creepooba, and the way Creepooba did it was he just nared him 4 times. Like, every single time, he tossed him off stage, he hits him with a nair, Peanut's dead.
That's what you gotta do. That's Smash ult. That's the name of the game.
If Robo is as good, Robo's nair is almost as good as Ridley's nair. So we need to see Robo actually, like, get that 10 out of 10 times, not 4 out of 10.
Yeah, and it seems like we're gonna have the run back here. What was the game count between them?
3-1.
3-1, Creepooba's favorite. That makes sense.
Basically, what we saw was that when Little Mac had the opportunity to play the game, he's a solid character, but all Ridley needs to do is get you off stage and hit the A button, and then you die. There's no answer to Creepooba's nairs.
And I see we're starting off with Town and City here, which I think is a pretty interesting pick. Because it's like, yeah, you do have those platforms to deal with, and you do also have that FD-like in question when it comes time to it. But this time around, I think this is pretty advantageous for Creepooba, because once they're able to get Peanut to like those blast zones and everything, it's like, GG's, you're dead, take my hand, just like that.
What do you actually do in that situation? It's one of those where it's like, okay, cool, you invented a new way to kill me by putting me under the platform. Thank you. This is a new experience for me.
I love this. This is so funny. This is always peak Ridley gameplay whenever I come to this state. Nowhere, I get this nowhere else.
I mean, between Creepooba and Smub, like, folks learn when they come to MDBA.
And it's like, usually the only other Ridley is like Citadel in Philly, but that's only recently because Steve got banned.
Wait, Steve is banned in Philly? Like, Bears and stuff like that? They can't play Steve?
They banned Steve.
Damn, that's messed up.
Yeah, so basically this is like the last defending line.
We do not fold the propaganda in this region.
They are not folding. Steve will be illegal for the time being.
Listen, we did not ban MK, we did not ban Theo, we're not banning Steve.
No, that's fair.
And
you're sticking to your
morals. What's going to happen? Gimmer's going to ban him on Monday just to make me look like a fool.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, we're kind of seeing why this can be a difficult matchup right here. These big hitboxes have just made this so difficult, and then you get 2-framed, and there's just literally nothing Peanut can do.
Yeah,
his recovery is too susceptible to those tools. If he's put in that situation, it's not a matter of skill. It is like Creepooba's going to hit that. Peanut can't do anything about it. It looks one-sided because it is.
Damn, this is a very frustrating match from Peanut.
Yeah.
But I feel like Peanut's usually used to playing these kind of frustrating matches, but you're just dealing with a character that can just 2-frame you. It's like you make one wrong mistake. See Peanut shaking his head like,
Swordfighter, by the way. He picked me
here we
Swordfighter.
go.
So this is the thing that confuses me. Is like Peanut he plays a low-tier character in Little Mac, or low mid-tier, and then he's like, let me go ahead and pick me Swordfighter as my counter pick. What?
Well, it's
It has the same problem. The exact same problem.
I have no words. I literally just have no words for that interaction. my words are play me Brawler instead. You'll get some more cheese maybe that way.
It's like he was working on a Roy a while ago, and it's like I thought it was pretty good, but then apparently he found a different sword that worked.
I guess you guys like me's over here. That's what I'm getting from the vibe here.
He got this double jump right there, so very smart. He's learning the matchup.
Yeah, but so really he's just picking up and just grabbing him and putting him in the corner over and over again, rinse and repeat.
Yeah, the disjoints on that up B are solid, but they are no match for Ridley forward tilt. So it's one of those where like you still have to worry about getting 2-framed. I love that chakram into pivot grab though. It's such a sick mix-up at edge.
Yeah, Oos trying to get the chakrams going very, very strong, but
You're just dead there.
why?
He overextended for sure.
I have several questions for this Mii Swordfighter right now, but I think that's gonna have to wait till after.
He's won Xanadu's with this. Like
yeah, I remember tuning in last week. Or was that Pink's?
It was Pink's Marth, so they both went secondaries.
Okay.
All right, you're dead. He didn't even get the kill. He doubled 3-stock so far for Creepooba, and this is looking like an even more extreme version of their winner's side set.
I just have no words. I'm like, what is this Mickey Mouse magic happening before my eyes with this sword fighter?
Listen, Sora ain't on the screen yet. Wait until Peanut picks that one.
Bro's shaking his head just a little bit. All right, let's see if the Little Mac might come back out, or just, you know.
Little Mac, maybe a Roy. Like, there are options here.
We are doing small battlefield this time around, which I want to believe Peanut will go Little Mac here, because this is a pretty big comfort pick for Peanut. You have that small CQC with the small battlefield kind of going on. You have those 2 platforms, and we already know how much Peanut loves to weaponize those platforms and just lock you down.
So here's the secret. The space animals ban this stage against Ridley because the platforms are perfectly positioned for Ridley's up tilt and up smash to cover them entirely, as well as Nair. So Ridley can make things happen on this stage. It's just a matter of like who is going to have the better advantageous position here.
Yeah, and currently it is Peanut taking up those 89 percentages with the double down smash and that first stock off the down throw. Very good stuff for a very good opener here.
Yeah, that was a powerful interaction. He's relying a little bit more on the armor to call out these rising nairs from Creepooba, and I think that's a great tool to start utilizing.
Yeah, Peanut's just able to like play the game a lot more, not having like that huge stage that was just town and city. And now with these close quarters, you can kind of get a little bit easier, but it's still going to be hard to recover against this character.
He got over 2 of the fireballs, and he just got clipped by the 3rd. I think he was trying to get an American air dodge, like the immediate air dodge in, and he just didn't come out in time, so he just died at like 30.
You can only jump so high and reach so high for the skies.
I want to see the percentage differential in this set. I feel like it's going to be Creepooba, like he dealt 200 damage and like Peanut dealt like 500.
Yeah, let me just kill him off with like 1 interaction in the corner. Let me just get a simple little up air.
Yeah, like these two aren't even playing the same game. Like Peanut is playing chess and Creepooba is playing Parcheesi.
Yeah, we might.
Emphasis on the cheese on that too.
And we almost saw some very scary stuff on the platform, but Peanut with KO Punch having to come back from the ledge here. Ooh, able to make it back with the KO Punch in hand, and now it's time to ledge trap this Ridley.
So he was going to try to get the... Oh, that was beautiful! Whoa. He actually comboed off a Mac Air. I looked press.
Yeah, that Mac Air is definitely a move that Peanut has made into his arsenal very, very well. I've seen it like combo into like crazy stuff. It has a weird arc on it. I kind of have to look it up after this.
Oh, did not get the tech though, and that unforced error draws us even here. Potentially Peanut's last stock of the tournament here, and we know that he's already at kill percent.
Yeah, and catches them off the air dodge as well. Creepooba definitely not wanting the Peanut to play the game, waiting for him to just run on in, try to trap him just a little, but Peanut is still swinging, trying to find this one opener, but Creepooba's still not letting it happen.
Side B a little bit over aggressive here, but all right, now Creepooba is at kill percent.
Uh-oh, yep, kill percent indeed.
Oh, he went in for the roll in instead of the roll out, so he loses KO punch.
Well, still at kill percent, just needs 1 I lied. I may have lied.
He gets a chance to come back. Uses the... Oh my... What is that 2-frame? That is money back.
This game. I love Ridley. I love Ridley 2-frame.
If I'm Peanut, I am going on to Amazon and returning my copy of Ultimate after that nonsense. That was ludicrous. He was like fully under the stage. The man hit the thumb of his glove.
Listen, the hitbox for Ridley F-tilt is like really huge. That move like basically spaces itself. It's like a sortie hitbox essentially. And Peanut, like they didn't like sweet spot the ledge. They like slowly like drifted up. So their hitbox was just like poking through it, which basically allowed Creepooba to take that stock. And now we move it on.
So now we have a rematch of winners finals here. Creepooba versus ZD. Did you catch any of that?
I did not. I got here with KingRoBo and it was Virgo.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So that one, we actually saw a reverse 3-0 in ZD's favor. Ooh. Like ZD was looking pretty bad. He switched to Wolf, and he basically looked like he almost got 3-stocked, and then he was dying at 0 like every stock. And then he's just stopped. All of a sudden, he made the decision to not die at 0, and that worked.
I will simply decide to stop losing the game here and just win.
Yeah, sometimes it do be like that, though.
What is your opinion on the ZD Wolf?
I think that his Fox is more explosive, but I understand why he plays Wolf, because it's just so much more consistent. Like, Fox is a character where, in this matchup in particular, it doesn't matter how well you are doing, you are literally always on the verge of death.
Yeah, and Wolf I can see is a very grounded character. It does still have like a very explosive advantage state and a fireball to add to the toolkit. But with Fox though, it does fit in ZD's vein a lot more, but I understand for like tournaments, you do want to have this like reliable space that is Wolf.
Yeah, it just feels like it's always something that you can count on. Like the Fox might range between a 6 and a 10. Wolf is always at a solid 8.
Yeah, and we're already seeing it here. Like the Fox, has to commit to like a lot of the nairs in this year, but with the Wolf spacing in question with the Bears, the back airs as well, he's having a great time just like winning a lot of these neutral interactions against Creepooba and potentially almost taking the stock here at the ledge, doing what Wolf does best and getting that trapping going on very, very strong.
So now we really need the kill. The problem always is that you can trap until this character's at like 180, but again, this creep only needs one neutral interaction to get a stock. ZD has to get the kill here. You can't let this man have all the rage. So the up tilt, very much needed in that spot.
Yeah, now ZD looking to take it up, 2 backers in hand, and some magic happening off the platform, but Creepooba able to get back out of that, just a little bit of damage on. And ZD so far has been pretty dominating in the set so far.
Yeah, this has been nuts, actually. Like, this is basically a perfect stock and a half. So a perfect 2 stocks all of a sudden. You missed the tech on the platform and instant death for it.
Yeah, 49. We can see why ZD definitely wants the Wolf for this matchup. It's a lot more safer than the Fox, that is for sure. And look at him just winning a lot of these neutral interactions, like keeping so much phenomenal positions, not allowing to like Creepooba to blow up like super, super crazy.
Basically, we had Cheddar on the mic, who is a resident spacey expert. And the way that he phrased it was that in this matchup, basically, you have 2 aerials that can never be saved. It's like a slow fall nair, where you like cross up with that, or a cross up fair. And if you do it perfectly, it's safe. If you do it imperfectly, you might die for it. And if they read it, they're going to up smash you and kill you at 60. So because of that, if you don't want to be tossing out approaching aerials, you want to be fading back with them. And ZD, he got an early lead here, and he just never let up.
I mean, look at that cross up with the up air too. Creepooba thought he was going to land on his side, and he was like, nuh-uh. And now ZD potentially almost has his 3 stock in hand. I'm very happy, or I really want to see the 3 stock of anything. I always love when those happen.
Yeah, it definitely would be a statement here, game 1 of Grand Finals, to just basically continue what is essentially the run back. But no, that is not going to be no 3 stock here. Now just avoid the JB. Get yourself 3%.
Getting dragged across the stage, but all right, trying to get the up throw, trying to maybe get an air dodge for a back air, for an up tilt, and the jab throw. Okay, interesting mix. All right.
No way that was the optimal option, but okay.
No, we'll still take the stock. Creepooba trying to get back.
This is so harrowing here for Creepooba because he knows that we're at a point where just like, does Wolf have a move that won't kill outside of jab? Oh, kill him. He went for it with his up B immediately. He tried. Yep, Creepooba understands what the win condition is, and that is not letting ZD back on stage.
ZD's like, we'll do a little bit of trolling. Creepooba's like, well, damn, if you're going to start trolling me, I might as well just like cheese some of these stocks. I'll come back with rage. I've seen Creepooba make too many comebacks every time I come here to like not expect it.
Yeah, just grab him and hold him for just a split second, make him think about what he did. Fair almost kills.
Does he want to kill just with fair or something like that?
I don't know what's going on. I think he might want to kill with down tilt. Why are you grabbing?
He wants to kill with... Okay, all right. He said enough. He said enough. All right.
That was such a scrambled situation. Time and time again, you just could not land anything outside of like fair, up air, and friggin' down tilt.
It was so spaghetti for like, what did you want to kill with? That's what I want to know.
Basically, it felt like ZD was really trying to play defensively and reactively. He knows that if he goes on the aggressive and tosses out like a Randy dash attack, he might die at 0. So instead, just do nothing. The problem is that Creepooba is also doing that too. He's making sure that his spacing is on point, so he's not allowing you to just suddenly seize control of the match.
Yeah, he's playing like very safe, not really too committal, because it's what Wolf can do best, and I believe it is what ZD knows best as well. And taking things to small battlefield, or not small battlefield, regular old battlefield. This is a pretty good stage for Wolf, but I understand what Creepooba wants here.
I've gotten in trouble for calling this big battlefield like 4 times because I keep forgetting that that's an actual stage. They have small battlefield, so why is not the other tournament legal stage big battlefield?
There's a clip of me and my local. I'm like, yo, we're opening up here on small battlefield. It's FD. One next day, small battlefield. What was I doing?
All right, down tilt is a big pickup move here for Creepooba, who's already down a stock. Like we sell one joke, ZD dominated neutral for 30 seconds to get a kill.
We literally blinked and it's like, all right, ZD's already just moving up. He's like, I'm already thinking about the homecoming tomorrow.
I feel like he is just showing that with a little bit of a mentality change, anything is possible here for ZD.
I know the switch up has been looking pretty damn great, and now Creepooba trying to get this stock off the F tilt on the ledge, but ZD not giving this stock up whatsoever.
That should not be that disjointed. I am very unhappy with that. Wolf Nair beats out 2 projectiles and hits Creepooba.
You're unhappy with that? Wolf needs it. Wolf needs it.
Don't you lie to yourself.
I'm not
You can lie
lying.
to me if you need to, but don't lie to yourself.
Are we thinking that Wolf Nair is a war crime out here?
Yes.
Or it's just lingering like so long?
It has no like visual disjoint, yet it's like unreasonably disjointed.
That's fair. I've been hearing that a lot more recently. A friend told me that the other day, and I'm like, I thought this was just normal. Like, everyone has broken nairs in this game.
Like, I'm okay with like characters like their foot gets big, so it has like a bit of a disjoint to it, but I'm not okay with Wolf because he doesn't change at all. Like, there's no cartoony physics to it. Good aggressive Wolf Flash right there to claim stock number 2, and it's kind of second game here, same as the first one, as Creepooba he finally gets that stock off, but it feels like in neutral he has been like really struggling.
Yeah, no, ZD has literally just not let Creepooba play in the game. It's like off of one neutral interaction, ZD like places themselves very like smartly, like just to react, like follow up with any position. And honestly, it's that phenomenal advantage state that just keeps on rolling. It talks for itself eventually.
Yeah.
And now you're here against Wolf, ledge trapping at the ledge. It's like you can't even play the game.
And look at like what Wolf gets out of platforms. Like we saw him make a lot out of a missed tech or a tech situation on platforms when there were only 2 of them. But now on this stage, it's literally like he can take you from one platform to another, and it's tech chase after tech chase after tech chase, and you have to worry about dying immediately off of every single one.
Yeah, and it doesn't really help that Ridley is a big body, so like essentially you're combo food at that point as well again. So ZD's able to get like a lot more better follow-ups than he would on like normal characters.
Stuck in corner again, but the dash attack not going to connect with immediate nair afterwards. I always dig that from Creep. He's good to back up a hitbox with another one when it's necessary.
Yeah, and that dash attack still putting in that work as well. That is a very phenomenal burst option that not a lot of people expect from this character.
So even game, Snivy. Like
132 with that reach.
Just if this man gets carried off stage, ZD's liable to die immediately.
If Creepooba makes it back here, I think it's over for ZD. Maybe.
If he gets center stage, you mean? Because if he's pinned to this corner, he's not getting to play the game never.
Yep.
Oh, center stage.
Oh, there we go. It's the Creepooba show. Maybe 168 with that rage. You just need to get ZD off the stage and just get that ledge trapping going with the Ridley. But I already know that ZD wants to run up there with the dash attack to end it off. You can see him trying to go for the fireballs, but
oh, he was off stage. That's so unfortunate. Creepooba was trying to hold out and like fade out with the aerial, but just ever so slightly off, and he couldn't even tech on that spot.
Yeah, the Wolf Flash always catching and slacking.
Do you know the secret to edge guarding that move?
I don't actually.
So the hurt box travels a frame before the hitbox. So if you challenge it with any kind of a disjoint, you'll win. So like Mario Nair beats it. Like you do not need any kind of a disjoint to beat Wolf Flash. You just need to basically have a lingering hitbox that's out ahead of it. I think Creepooba was trying to toss out a fair, which would have certainly beat it and potentially killed ZD in that spot. But this is a game of frames. You might just be 1 or 2 frames off, and that'll spell your doom.
Yeah, in Hollow Bastion here, this is I think this stage will definitely give Creepooba quite the advantage because you have that center platform, kind of like Smashville, where you have Ridley, where they have those big hitboxes that could just scoop you up and leave you just getting check chased for endless days on the platform. And right now, Creepooba trying to take things up the ledge against ZD, and it's working out pretty damn well. They are going pretty even for percentages here.
Yeah, I feel like Smashville may not have even been banned. Like ZD usually bans that against Ridley. Oh my, what an option. But yeah, ZD usually bans it against Ridley because Creeps is like, he turns it into Ledge Trap City, the stage. But the problem really is that in their winners final set, they went there once and ZD just ruined Creep. It was not close.
I guess Creep just figures out like, oh, I guess I'll switch it up to Hollow Bastion. It's basically like Smashville 2.
Yeah, it's Smashville, but it basically isn't as advantageously focused. In Smashville, everybody wants to stay underneath that center stage and then like force ledge traps. On this one, there's too much space, so you have to actually play the game a little bit.
Oh yeah, and Creepooba lying away just a little bit, ZD in their head, but I get it, it's that patience, and that patience is paying off here, getting that F still, but...
Great aggressive side B. Creep went low so that he could do a beefy up B and cover everything, but could not cover that aggressive high side B.
Wow, that is really smart. I thought Creepooba was like gonna commit to the lower option with the fireball, but nope.
Yeah, he commits to covering literally everything with that up B instead.
Ah, that's mad smart. I didn't know Ridley can like OS like that.
Yeah, he's got some cool tools, and his character is more than a little bit gentle.
All right, ZD playing the game like as Wolf does best, sitting at the center of the stage, throwing that fireball, throwing a lot of these hitboxes out with the nair and the back here, but that's going to be a stock off the up smash, and now we have another 3 stock in this grand finals currently.
The hits just keep coming from ZD. It feels like this man is not content with just a jab to knock you off balance. He's going for the body blow directly afterwards, and we're already seeing Creepooba starting to reel back a little bit.
And it don't stop coming. And I already know Creepooba wants to take this stock from ZD, from that side B, and ZD's going to be looking out for that. But so far, you got to get off this platform, and you're not. Z, trying to go for the side B, but nope.
Fair Wolf Flash, and ZD finishes up his tournament bracket by winning 6 games in a row against Creepooba, including the reverse 3-0 in winner's side. That is a statement victory right there.
Yeah, congrats to ZD and everybody who played in bracket, get that top 8. Creepooba put on a pretty good show, but in the end, it was ZD coming to get that bag, and you know, get some very good warm-up practice in for Xanadu 500 tomorrow. This is where you cue the ad sign.
Definitely. It's one of those where we're going to be live starting tomorrow at 3 p.m. VGBC 1 and 2 for Xanadu Homecoming. We've got starting off with both singles and squads running simultaneously. And when are you going to be commentating and where?
I am going to be commentating here on VGBootCamp 1. I'm going to be kicking off the first wave of pools with my guy, Beck. I'm very excited to be commentating with Beck.
Have you had a chance to work with him at all?
I have not.
So yeah, he's one of our local dudes, and he's one of those dudes that like he shows up to a lot of the locals and he just grinds. I love it. He's got the matchup knowledge, he's got the notebook, he knows all the players, he knows the records, so he's got that local area knowledge plus the added experience of just like having to be in this torturous region and deal with these awful characters.
Like the game and the commentary, right?
Yeah. He does a lot of research in the back end about like the local folks, plus like the other folks that are going to be here. I respect man's work ethic.
That's how I was in the beginning. I still do that, but like I did it a lot in the beginning.
So y'all, if you've not had your fill of Smash for the week, definitely show up tomorrow. And then in addition, we will have, I believe, I think that the Sunday tournament, the extra credit might be canceled, or we may not be doing the stream. However, next week we will be back with Xanadu Origins on Saturday, which is our Melee monthly, which is going to turn into a regional, as well as our typical weeklies. But unfortunately, Snivy, pleasure as always, but that is going to be it for us. Y'all, thanks so much for stopping by, and we will catch you all tomorrow.
See you guys tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody.